What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Baldur's Gate 2, Arc 1, Episode 1. Let's go.
I'm excited to be here.
We got a partial crew! But we're doing it anyway, man. We thought we would be wrapped up with Rime of the Frost Maiden, but we're just one episode off. The guys made it to 30, so we're letting the folks that are playing inside that campaign not have to have their entire weekend consumed, so their significant others and or children and or family actually gets to see them, other than the 5 to 6 drunken hours that I steal them to make up fantasy escapism, so that they forget that they have significant others, wives, lives, and family members.
Who are they again?
That's what we do best.
Thank you guys for waiting patiently for us while we wait in on Steniel to figure out how to be a on a podcast again.
It wasn't me. They blame me for everything. It was not me. It had nothing to do with me.
Fucking audio issues are a bitch, man. But we got you live now, baby. So when we there we go, punching my microphone over here. I haven't done that in a while. When I decided I was going to open up commissions again for a game, I wanted to... First, I knew I was going to do something long form, because I really wanted something that would focus on building the kind of RP that we've done with Rime of the Frost Maiden. So I'm excited. Everybody here is signed up for a long-term campaign. They're going to be playing every week on Friday nights. It's going to fit within my schedule nicely. Doesn't look like any conventions are actually going to happen this year. So other than like a very, very rare occasion, we shouldn't have a whole lot of stoppages on Friday unless it's some sort of holiday, like the big holiday weekends just about, which is exciting. It fits into my lake schedule, so I can dur with you guys and still hit the lake on Saturdays, which is perfect. So as that campaign wraps up tomorrow night, this one will continue. And then I'm going to keep my weekends pretty open for my own personal time and sanity, and go enjoy some sunshine as is re-emerging. But there is going to be some opportunities for mini campaign commissions on Sunday, early Sunday evenings, because I still want to get some people a chance to play at the table and have some fun. But we're going to kind of move away from side questing as is, because you can see this name isn't a side quest. This is completely its own adventure. We're still set in the same city, the same timeline. There may be things that intersect, but the biggest part that remains the same is just what's inside the city. And it is a big, big city. So if elements cross over within the campaign, then it'll be fun, but it is not in any way, shape, or form the intention of somehow them crossing their own roads. They're free to forge their own destiny. And much like in the regular Baldur's Gate campaign, you might be sailing away from the city right now. We've remained in Baldur's Gate for a very fleeting amount of time. But that's that's how it goes when you're improvising and having a wonderful time sitting at the table and seeing where shit takes you. But I'm super excited. We have a lot of folks that have already been here and RP'd. So this is kind of like our table of the community members that have outdone themselves. So I'm excited to have you guys back. Drake joining a full-time campaign over here. He got the taste and can't get rid of it.
Oh, 100%. I just I need more.
What did you decide when you sat down? You're like, okay, I'm going to play a full-time campaign over here. What do I want to play?
Well, that's the fun part. Is like, okay, I come into it with a name and 5 freaking character classes. Then it's all about like how do I want to RP each of these characters and what do I want to do with it. So I think I came up with a character idea that I like a lot, that we'll see how he evolves over time.
I like it. It's something that's taken for granted when I'm looking and going, okay, which subclass of cleric am I going to play this time? Because I just play so much exponential D&D, whereas everybody else has the long list of like, oh my God, what am I actually going to do? Do I want to do this? I'm going to like it later, or does it look good now? Oh, I would like to play this class, but when are we actually going to be level 10 when I want to play this thing?
Well, yeah, like with the shorter campaigns I've been part of, is like, sweet, I got like 4 days to figure out how to actually like what I want to do with this character, and it's like I'm super excited, like having more than 4 days to really kind of like try to figure out this character and bring it a little bit more to life.
Hell yeah. Zero picking back up with us. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm excited to be back. I've been jonesing for some D&D.
A little bit longer wait than what I thought it was going to be between Sands of Gancaster and here, but we got here.
But you know what? That's all right. It just, makes it sweeter when you finally get it. This one is entirely for my wife. She's been waiting for me to do this because people don't know that I can actually use a high-pitched voice with a guy with a deep voice, and she's been begging me to do this. So this is 100% for my wife. Love you, dear.
Astiniel makes his way back for the first full-time character that might actually finish an episode since the original campaign.
As long as I don't wind up being a Lemur, I'm fine.
There was you made it to the city of Brass, but you generally about 3/4 of the way through combat, usually it was Astiniel out. It was the very end of the times of Girthquake.
Well, Dev quit playing with us too, so I couldn't play Ragnar without Dev. It's just not right.
Team shake and bake, man. So what are you excited about playing inside of Baldur's Gate? Because you were pretty pumped about playing inside this setting, as were a lot of people very excited about this city in particular.
Well, I like this character. This character is going to be fun to play. I can't give too much away about him because otherwise it just takes all the fun out of it.
Of course. We have plenty of time to get into it.
Bilbo Baggins and Elvis Presley had a baby. That's my character.
He looks like any, well, no, we'll leave it at that. You'll get to see him in a second.
He's glorious is what he is.
And as soon as my cosplay comes in, I'm all for it.
See, I thought it was already going to be in, man.
Oh, I've got a different cosplay for tonight. That's a surprise for later.
Oh, good
I'm
shit.
saving it for the break.
I'm just excited to be in Baldur's Gate. Like, this is the game that got me into, like, I remember all 6 discs of the base game, swapping those out, figuring out how to use a null modem cable to play the game with my dad. Like, Baldur's Gate is like a huge background for me.
It's
man, whenever you took the other campaign to Elf Song, and I'm like, oh my god, I know exactly where that is from the game. It got me.
It makes it feel real, and it's like visiting a place again. And when we become adults, it largely is like Narnia said, you can't get back. It's your own mental barrier in a lot of ways. And this happens especially when you play video games at one period of your life and then you try to revisit it back and you try to recapture the magic, and a lot of times it's just not there. That is the wonderful thing about D&D, is that you can recapture and you can expand upon it and make it bigger and more lively. And it's one of the lovely things that's contained within inside this game that keeps it so fresh. Each time at the table is a different experience. I've been in a tavern 1,000,000 times and none of them have even been close to being similar at any point in fashion. So we're excited to pick up in the same city. However, if you look at this wonderful map over here of Baldur's Gate, just to give you reference of how big this metropolis is, we're going to point out some places right now where the other campaign has been. on this map, just to show you how far away things are. It's literally like bumping into your friends inside of like New York or Chicago. We were literally in this port over here. You can't even you can't even see. Oh, it's because the ping isn't global. Oh no, it's just so tiny you can't even see it. Holy crap. Yeah, way over here. Inside this little spot. That's where the Red Devil of Baldur's Gate was just at. And I won't spoil any more than that from the episode. Elf Song is literally up over in here. A completely different set of the city. Baldur's Gate 1 pretty much went from Sow's Foot over here and has wrapped around down south and back over here. We start completely on the opposite side, over in Blackgate. Largely a massive northern trade route, one that connects the wondrous city of the north, Waterdeep, to Baldur's Gate. It is a neighborhood that is filled with part-time travelers, more organized than other parts of the outer city. This is a major stable hub for the beasts of burden that bring the goods by cart. In Baldur's Gate, you're not allowed to have an animal larger than a peacock. So many of the businesses that are set up outside in front of the Blackgate are stables themselves. There are also a massive shield dwarven community outside of this particular gate. Some of the finest wares in the city can be found here. Armor, weapons, and all sorts of other forged contraptions can be found in this very functional and working district. But it too has its fair share of peddlers, fly-by-night carts and businesses, and a thriving community of folks that rise and fall as do the gates to Baldur's. Many of folk waiting for the gate to drop in the morning to come in and sell their wares. We pick up in this more organized, yet still on the outskirts area of Baldur's Gate. The first thing that you can hear is just hammers. Raining out, not at the beginning of the day, but at the furious close. Streets are filled with individuals that are coming in late to try to tuck back into the city before nightfall. Individuals that are just finishing work. People making dinner plans, as well as the late arrivals that begin to pour in that have no intention of making their way into the city yet. Just checking in, dropping off their livestock, beginning to check their goods, and wait outside in what becomes something of a modern day camp out outdoor concert festival. Many of these individuals have known each other for long periods of time. Some are complete strangers. Yet they all gather around the commerce and what this city provides. As the sun begins to set as a gold nugget and those shadows become long. Gruen, you just begin to make your way to Blackgate proper. Staring back out, you can see the massive walls of the city. And for the first time, you see that black dragon's head hung high above this gate. Rumored to have been killed by a knight who covered himself in pig shit, while the black dragon feasted on a supply that they provided, slaying it in the middle of its slumber. The rumor has always been if the city was taken under siege, it would spew forth magical acid. You see that mythos for the first time. I want you to roll a perception check.
Good old 8. Just kind of standing there, scratching my arm a little bit. Why do I remember that? Covered in pig shit. Why would I remember that?
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Do that from here? Ooh.
Yes, you can.
Ooh.
$19. Look down at your arm.
I pull up my sleeve a little bit. Staring at the tattoo. It's a large tree wrapping around all around the outside of it. Text kind of scattered through the branches and through the roots. I see the 2 words of Black and Gate. I'm just kind of examining it, feeling why it's itching.
You don't know if this was a dream that came to you, or whether this is a passed down story from somewhere else that you picked up. But nevertheless, for some reason, you've been compelled to get here. How long have you traveled to get to Blackgate, and how have you traveled getting here?
I've been walking through the woods, not very common trails, just kind of on a heading for about 2 weeks. Sometimes I feel the right direction, sometimes I don't. I know I've walked into the sun, I've walked into the rising sun, into the setting sun. I haven't been really clear in my wandering, just kind of when I feel like I'm heading the right direction, I just keep heading it.
Feet sore. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. Ooh. I want you to roll 1d4. You're at 3 points of exhaustion getting here. Wore out. Those sounds of hammers as they fade in like a symphony. You are happy to finally be here.
It's kind of staying there, kind of chuckling, scratching. It's new. That's new.
As you continue to push forward farther into the city. 0. Have you been traveling to the city today, or have you already been in Blackgate for some time?
Benwick just got there.
All right. Before I get back to you, I'll remember to do my job and ask you, Gruen, to describe yourself and what you look like in this exhaustion.
Gruen is about 5'10", 5'11", depending upon size of heel on his boot. You know, shaved sides of his head, medium-sized beard. He's wearing long leather sleeves with a chainmail shirt and kind of just your typical rolled top calf boots. They're rolled down a little bit so he's got a few things tucked into them, but no weaponry that you can see there. He's got a big backpack, a couple swords attached to the backpack, and a little axe on his side. He's wearing gloves. He's very, very much covered all over the place in leathers and mismatched leathers. Like one glove's one for obviously very different than the other glove he's wearing. His boots look very well worn. In fact, there's like, if you look really closely, there might be even cuts on it. Kind of dilapidated a little bit. He's looking a little worse for the wear.
You're looking for a park bench. Fenwick, if you've been here inside the city for some time, it's close to 6 o'clock in the evening. Describe yourself and what you're headed to do.
You notice that there is just a lone horse coming into town. A beautiful stallion. Flowing mane, muscles, galloping, just looking gorgeous. Stops close to the gate, stands up, hands turned, touches the mane, slicks back the hair, 3 foot spiked hair, and he just starts to shrink. Ears pop out, very elvish. And it keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you see a 3 foot 6-inch gnome who just ran into town as a horse.
Whoa! One of the stablemen. Hold on. Oh, shit! As literally, he's tried to catch the mane of this horse as it's run in towards the stables and literally has you held by the collar of your shirt as you change. Excuse me. Sets you back down onto the ground.
Let me down!
You could at least give me a little bit of warning before that. I thought we had a runaway horse over here.
You ain't ever seen a druid before?
I'm not saying that. I'm sorry.
Man comes to do some shopping, gets lifted up by his neck.
Looks at this bizarre treasure troll and shakes his head. Probably got a gem in his navel. Goes back to his seat at the corner outside of the stables, and it's a competitive business. This old man's got some quickness. He just went 0 to 60 toward that horse that was running away quite swiftly. Disappointed that there'll be no coin for him today. Roll a perception check, Finn.
$21.
21. Man, you see everything from the street food, the vendors, to people pouring into the city. It's a busy Friday night in Baldur's Gate. You can see the dragon up on the gate for the first time. I'm assuming this is your first time in the city. Or is this
100%.
Okay.
Grandma said that whenever I came here, it'd be awesome. He looks up. No. No. Why is there a dead animal?
People just walk past you. No one paying any attention to the small gnome that's in the middle of the streets. No one reacting off what you said. You need to make a dexterity saving throw as one of the carts doesn't even realize that you're there.
Fucking here.
As you just pull your foot away as it almost rolls over the top of it. Get the fuck out of the way! Fuck you!
What does that mean? Fuck you too!
No, fuck you!
Yes, yes, fuck you too! I guess that's how they say hi around here. Fuck you, old lady!
It's about time that somebody taught you your manners. This elderly woman covered up in a shawl takes what is just a massive piece of French baguette and slaps the ever-living shit out of you with it. It's not soft. It's pretty stale as this thing comes in. Oh, and you're just like, as most of it misses you, just a little bit of the crust grazes over the top.
Watch the hair.
Mind your manners, you little shit.
I'm 20 years old. Who you calling little?
She bustles by you and picks up literally the piece of that baguette that broke off as it grazed from your hair, covered in a little bit of dust. Luckily, not nearly as much mud and muck over on this side of the city. She picks it up and dusts it off, puts it back underneath her shoulder. Waste not, want not in this city.
Man, I came to town looking for some spices. But what kind of town did I come to?
Oh, you found some spiciness, all right. You might not want to tell everyone to go themselves.
That guy said it to me. I thought that's how you say hi around here.
As a gentleman leans down, kind of adventurer's leather armor. You can see there's a couple short swords by their side. Slick back suburban haircut, a little bit of a southern swoop, but then high and tight on the sides. Appears to be in his early 30s. No, that'll get you stabbed in a lot of places here. It's not a term of endearment. It's what people are when they're frustrated and want you to go away, angry with you. A lot of times they don't necessarily mean it. They're just being rude and busy.
Okay. It's like when Grandma gets mad and says, I'm a human. That hurts my feelings. I don't like being called those tall people.
Well, that's not very nice at all, is it? There's plenty
It's
of us
not.
that are boogered, but you must remember that not all of us are heads.
Well, thank you for the help, mister.
He extends his hand. And just, what is your name, newcomer?
Fenwick stands up. The gnomish people are very proud of their names. I am Fenwick Phineas Fiddlebrick. At your service.
My name's Ulad. Just Ulad.
Ulad. It's a strong name.
Well, I have a last name, but I get a lot of shit for it, but
You should never be ashamed of your name. We gnomes find that your name is one of the most powerful things that you can actually take with you.
You see, Fenwick, I just gathered my name on Fantasy Name Generator a few seconds ago, and while Ulad was quite nice, I looked at the last, and my last name is actually Ulad Cumur. Cumur. And I get a lot of shit before being called a Cumur.
Definitely. You'd usually be first in the line.
See, we're not all that different. Technically, you could say that we're all Cumurs sometimes. Prophetic.
Well, I appreciate it. I really need to get down to business now.
Nice to meet you, Finn.
You too, Ulad. And he scampers off, swinging his arms, walking like a smurf.
I gotta make my own sheet just to make sure that Ulad Cumur comes back at some point. Fantasy Name Generator never lets me down. Aston. Is it your first time in the city, or have you been here for a while? You're on mute because we haven't had enough of your audio.
My cat were going at it. I had to turn it off. They were going nuts for a little bit. I have lived in this city my entire life. I am an orphan who lived on the streets. My parents deserted me at some point because that's all I know. I have a piece of hair from my mother. I've got some weird little contraption my dad used to have in a box with my pet mouse. And right now I'm just basically hanging around Blackgate trying to look for some place for donations for the church.
What is this the church of?
This is the church of Boris. He is the halfling god of, what is he the god of? Trickery or thievery. I don't remember which one or both. Come on, mouse. What is his actual? Yeah, halfway deed of thievery. Well, I thought of trickery too, but yeah, I'm basically a thieving cleric. I get my donations the old-fashioned way.
What
I saw
part?
two good prospects come in the gate.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage since you're out on the trail at the moment.
Oh my god. My mice do not want to do perception. What the?
You'll need to do the good old focus with your camera too. It popped you out.
Oh, piece of it's on auto too, or it's on Oh, I restarted my computer. That's why. I turned off the autofocus, but I restarted the computer. That's right. So of course something else had to break. Why the hell am I not seeing this? There we are. Ooh, good to get advantage.
Yeah. Oh, nat 20. Oh. You spot two ripe individuals. You've seen all the interactions between Gruen speaking with himself the minute that he's walked into town, to Fenwick and his dialogue almost getting run over, and then helps by the human adventurer by his side.
Fix that. So which one looks richer?
Which one looks what?
Like they have more money on them. Or do they have any neat little things I can see? Do I see anything that looks like it might be worth something? You know, the church is lacking today. We need some good donations, so I'm trying to find something worth getting.
That's a good question. Out of the two of you, who looks like the bigger sucker? Who's gone to Adventurers R Us and kind of looks more kitted out? Probably Gruen, because Fenwick is of the outside of the town, kind of looking a little bit more country bumpkin, a little more Jed Clampett. Yeah, definitely. And Gruen, you know what? You look over Gruen, he looks lost.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Well, hey there, buddy. Can I help you find something? You look lost. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna be looking him up and down, just trying to see if he's got anything at all that might be an easy mark.
Lost? You could say lost, wandering, searching. But what is lost?
Well, do you know where you're at, son?
The gate of those that stuck themselves in pig shit and killed dragons?
That about sums it up. Well, where are you gonna stay? Do you know where you're gonna stay right here? Do you have a coin purse or a dagger or anything that's like quick and easy to snag out of your pockets?
Nope. Most of the stuff would be in the backpack. So he's got a backpack that would be kind of contained on his back. So if he's looking at you, it'd be behind him.
Sleight of hand with advantage.
Oh, I'm not shooting for dice again.
Perception for you, Gruen. Oh.
Uh-oh. 15.
You got a 19 in there. The first out of the first two dice you rolled.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
The perception roll that you did. Yeah.
I had a 20 for the perception.
All right.
But I had... Okay, well.
I see a 12 and a 15.
That's weird. It just threw a random extra dice. All right. 15. Let's see here.
I mean, even his low one at 12 was still higher than my 10.
Yeah, still higher than your 10. Go ahead and reach in and something from his adventurer's pack. You can just RP come up with whatever you want from it.
I find like a somewhat fancy tinderbox. It's like, looks like it might be maybe not silver, but maybe brass or something. I could probably get, a couple copper for, a couple of things for. I'm gonna put that in my pocket. I'm gonna be standing behind him, just like trying to point. If you're looking for a hotel, you might want to go down that way because that's where all the good hotels are. What brings you to town anyways? Why are you here? Can I help you with anything else? Do you need a guide? I hire out as a guide if you need a guide. I can take you around if you need to go. At least as long as you have, coin. Do you have any coins? Where do you keep your coins?
You sure talk a lot, don't you, little guy?
I'm just a very friendly. As you can see, I am a humble priest. My civic duty is to help others. I feel the need when strangers come to town, they look lost. My church teaches that we should try and help them find their way to where they're going. That's just what I am.
A place to rest would be nice. Do you know of any places that deal in archaic language that is close by?
Well, my temple might have somebody that can help you out. It's just down that alley over there.
All of this is, by the way, coming from that 70s show ex-porn star halfling with literal pork chop sideburns that would make even legendary Ladman blush.
Standing all of 3 feet tall, weighing 40 pounds soaking wet. Oh, ignore that.
My sliver coming in.
Dice.
Hooah.
I was looking at my spells trying to see what I might have that might come in handy here. But don't worry about any of that. Just ignore that. Nothing's happening. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
I'm gonna stare him up and down. Give him really good look. I'm feeling very, very used car sales right now. Vibes up. Used horse sales. Let's go. Used horse sales from him.
Did you need a horse? I can find you a horse. You need a horse. I can get you a horse for a good price.
You know what? If you can find me a place to stay, I'll toss in an extra silver.
All right, I've got I got a buddy that I can hook you up with. Just follow me. Where'd that other guy go to? I saw another guy. He was lost too. I saw lots of lost people. Hey, you short guy. Yeah, you the fucker dude. Come here.
The what? I'm looking at him like, what do you mean? The what, dude?
Didn't you hear him yelling? Telling everybody to fuck off. Everybody, fuck you, fuck you.
Wait.
Poor old Martha was just walking down the street minding her own business. She just started whacking him. Did you see him getting whacked with that bread?
I gotta pay more attention to those around me.
No,
I'm tired. I'm
just that.
Yeah, just find me a place to sleep in an ale or something. I'm done today.
Doug, the inn of choice for you is the Sweet and Sour Alligator. And it's colloquially just known as the Sweet and Sour, and it has an old sign of an alligator with sunglasses with a small Sazerac poured next to them.
What's Finwick doing? Is Finwick coming over? Did he realize I was talking to him?
I walked away from that point already.
We'll find him later. That guy is crazy. Come on, we're gonna go down to the Sweet and Sour. Sweet and Sour is a great place. You'll love the girls. The girls there, ooh, they like them short. They like them short.
You're a cleric? For what order?
You wouldn't understand. It's a halfling order. It's Brandon Boris. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Brandon Boris is he's a just and kind deity.
I need to figure out this. Get the heck out of this area. Whatever. This is just crazy.
Well,
lead on.
Sweet and Sour is they do have a pretty diverse clientele, so you might be able to find a scholar there. You might be. I'm not saying you will for sure, but we'll see. I might be able to find somebody there. We might find somebody that can help you out. But we will get to it. We're gonna get you sorted.
Roll a persuasion check, Doug.
Oh, my persuasion's not so good, even though that is one of my. Oh no, actually it's +3. $14.
Grun, roll an insight check.
Low and slow.
That's the way I like it.
I mean, Doug seems pretty convincing that he knows a good spot in the city.
I'm tired. I just don't want to deal with this, but yes. Okay. Sure. Lead on, cleric.
How far away is this place?
It's kind of a dead center. So it'll be about a 15-minute walk. You got a pretty good hustle on the way to get there, where you can talk and exchange and bullshit.
I'm also going to be watching for more people I can kind of take donations from as I'm walking back to the bar. You know, because Brandon Boris needs his monthly stipend, which unfortunately goes straight to my pockets, but that's okay. They don't need to know that. We'll be there just a little bit. So tell me about yourself. What is your name? Anyway, I apologize. I apologize profusely. My name is Doug. I don't really have a real name. They just call me Doug because I used to dig holes in the walls and sleep there, so I stayed safe at night. But you know, the name just kind of stuck, and it's not a bad name. Doug's not a bad name. But what was your name again? I missed. Oh.
That's fun.
I just took everything he had and just threw him in that alley.
That non-modem cable dropped out on me.
It's all right. Just tell me whenever you come back up.
It looks like it's back up.
Cool. What account number?
8.
Nice. You turn to look, and it's like most of the women in your life already gone, Doug.
Ouch.
Oh, he's all cattywampus now. Well, anyway, I'm sorry, you blinked out of existence for a second. What was your name again? I don't know if I caught it. I don't think you told me your name.
Growing. I'm growing.
Growing?
Ground Thatcher.
Like you're growing a beard? What? Growing?
It's like ow, like I'm gonna kick you in a second.
Growing?
I'm just glaring at him at this point.
Where
Just
are you
glaring.
from, Growing?
Yonder. Back that way. He just shoves his thumb. Just
All right, we'll get you fixed up. We'll get you some food. We'll get you a room. We can get you a lady if you want a lady. You gotta be careful which ones you pick though, because some of them you get that itch and stuff like that. You gotta be careful what you do.
okay. Before you get ahead of yourself, let's just start with the room and maybe some food.
You gotta see these girls though. You'll see. This is quite the establishment.
Fenwick, roll a good old-fashioned perception check. Oh my God, you couldn't have blocked this guy out any better. It's a trait that you picked up from being in the woods. And I'll equate this to a southerner that somehow is able to block cicadas out after they've been... Anybody else would show up and be like, how are you living like this? And it's like, I was born this way. I could just cut the cicadas out if I need to. Doug is your cicada.
14 years. I've been married for 14 years. I don't even hear my wife.
You notice she's out of town, so he's gonna say stuff like that right now. She's watching still.
Still walking in the same general direction. Those anvil strikes now becoming less and less vibrant. Streets are filled with people wandering with the same plans, trying to find some place that they're going to spend the night, some place to grab a warm meal. You can smell those thick and hearty stews that develop between these districts that serve all the wonderful in and out metropolitan business that come through Blackgate. Fresh baked bread, pies, both savory and sweet. All of those smells wafting in with a mixture of exotic street vendors with different spices from around the world. largely all coming from Waterdeep, City of Wonder. Doug, go ahead and give me another perception check as you look for more viable donators to your cause.
19.
19.
I am on point tonight.
You see a couple of middle-aged, already 2 sheets to the wind merchants. You can see spilled wine down the front of their collars. They have been at it for some time. More than likely, a couple of individuals that got here early and had a few more than just the 3 martini lunch. I tell you, I'm going to sell those oxen for top dollar. No one is gonna stop me.
Excuse me for 1 minute, Grown. I gotta do some of the Lord's work. I'll be right back.
Oh man.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Gentlemen, excuse me, gentlemen. Are you gentlemen okay? You gentlemen need some
Oh
assistance?
my word, look at those chops. As he reaches down and puts both hands on your face. Look at these thigh warmers over here, Seville. Those are glorious.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna look for his, or see what I can get a hold of his purse.
Oh yeah, he's slightly distracted right now, treating you like a child. He thinks that he thinks you are. Go for that sleight of hand.
Brown's just standing back, just staring, watching this.
That would be a 24.
Oh yeah, this. Oh, you just get through. This merchant's got a +2, but good old-fashioned disadvantage going on. That sucker's a 5. You know right where to go on this gentleman's coin purse. You're gonna be able to snag 15 silver.
I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my front of my trousers. Look over at his friend. And how are you doing, sir?
That was his roll from Seville, his friend. He also does not notice you one bit.
I do think you gentlemen are a little bit intoxicated.
We're doing just fine. We're headed for more drinks at the Sweet and Sour. Is that not right, Nigel? That's right.
You.
We are heading to the Sweet and Sour. For recommendation, we're told not to get there early because this would be where we would want to get our dinner. Whenever that comes, will we have more drinks? Don't we, Seville? We do.
You don't have any drinks on you, do you?
Do I have any drinks on me? Does the water avian come empty-handed? As he pulls out a rather large flask. It's actually about the size of the side of your face. And he extends it out towards you.
Oh, no, I don't. I never partake. I was just curious if you had any on you because I'm concerned for your thing. You know, there's thieves and vagabonds on these streets. You guys are very intoxicated. It's really not safe.
What do you drink on the streets of Baldur's Gate? You can't trust the water.
You get used to it.
Oh, I get it. That's why you're so short. He drinks the water, Seville. That's what he did. It stunted him. Oh, and he rubs the top of your head. Just outlandish amount of touching from a stranger. Oh,
When he calls me short, all of a sudden my whole attitude just kind of. Sir, you can treat me like a child. You can talk to me like a child. But it is impolite and rude to ever mention a person's height. You don't see me mentioning your tallness. Ooh, you're so tall. You're so tall. And I'm going to put my hand back and punch him as hard as I can in the nuts. And say, you know why.
Ground would like to try to grab for the back of him, but try to interrupt that and just like try to yank him back.
All right. This is dexterity versus dexterity, but you have disadvantage, Growin, because you're exhausted on this ability check.
And your target's like this big.
Oh. Hey, we're getting your rolls out early, Drake. We're trying to get those rolls out early.
I'm just so tired. I just whiff it.
18.
Go ahead, reel back. Spin that bad boy up. Go ahead, give me give me an unarmed strike.
21.
Oh my god, 21!
It's a whole new Aston, folks. It's a whole new Aston. My rolls are actually working.
Go ahead and give me the unarmed strike damage.
Oh, what is that?
Should just be a 1d4 for you.
Oh, let's roll over here because it's not working for some reason.
Yeah, just do a 1d4. They always want to just say 1 damage, but I'm like, nah, roll 1d4. Oh, he's got me in the fucking left sack. Oh, you little bitch.
And when he's down, I'm gonna uppercut him. Bam!
All right, go ahead and roll with advantage on the uppercut.
Ooh. 21 again.
21. Roll another 1d4. Oh, that's a 4. Okay, with the 4, you're gonna pop him perfectly in the jaw. You just hear that little as his eyes roll in the back of his head. He slumps over in his merchant robes. Just hits the ground. Boy, you would have go.
I may be little, but I'm looking down on your sorry butt.
He's going to try to sweep your leg. What's your AC?
It's 18 right now.
18? Oh yeah, he clearly misses. Dexterity saving throw just to try to keep his balance. Like stammering back. Get the hell out of here. Just go. Just go as he leans over the other guy. Get up here, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I think we should go. Why don't you just show me that room and let's leave these fellows alone. Right, cleric?
I think I've made my point.
I think you bludgeoned it home.
And by the way, don't let me see your face at the sauce, or you'll get more of that. You better find another place to drink tonight.
Them seething, but a halfling kicking some dude's ass in the middle of Blackgate hasn't really drawn that much attention.
I'm also going to pull aside my overcoat and so make sure he sees that I'm also very armed.
Oh, they're so drunk they don't even like that. Hasn't even crossed their mind that you would be packing anything that would seriously harm them. I figured they could just stomp you and be done with it.
All right, I'm gonna look up at Growin. Anyway, as I was saying, this is not a bad city. I mean, we have problems like this. You get drunkenness on the streets. You get these people that just insult people for no reason. We had that. You saw that guy just walking around telling me to fuck off. I mean, it's what I don't understand why people are like that in this city. This city is just so weird. But it's not like this, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Get you a room, get you some food.
We're gonna talk.
You know what?
I'm
I'm gonna buy your dinner for you
talk. because I got some real big questions right now for you. So let's get there. Let's sit down and let's just discuss what you just did.
Hey, I don't like being called short.
I didn't say you
It's
were.
just a thing about that. I get upset about it, okay? I've been made fun of being short all my life, and when it's a drunken loser like that, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take that sitting down. That guy's
What
going to
about-
be peeing blood for a week.
At this point, you guys have made your way towards the fronts of the Sweet and Sour. Looking up, Fenwick, you arriving just slightly before them, staring up at that old, weathered, just kind of got a good grunge to it. Sign of that alligator with its sunglasses on and that Sazerac before it kind of blows back and forth with this evening wind.
Fenwick looks up. So that's what a gator looks like. Noted. And he walks in.
Oh, no.
Doug, Gruen, you arrive about this time as well. Looking up, you can hear the music coming out the front door as people begin to fill the Sweet and Sour.
Well, at least you brought me to a place that has some good music.
I told you I know where to go. I've lived in this city my whole life. I know the best places for everything. You tell me what you want, I can find you it. But let's get you that dinner. I promised you I'd buy you dinner. Or maybe that guy that I had problems with bought us dinner. He was a nice guy. He contributed well to the church.
What do you mean he contributed well to the church?
Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's just a thing. But he's buying us dinner tonight.
Fenwick, as you step in, wonderful dark lit tavern. Moments before the rest of the others, the most important question at hand is booth or table for you.
Table.
Do they have high chairs?
Oh, he's going to stand on the stool.
And these taverns are accommodating to all sizes, whether it's for a centaur sitting up next to or even an individual that's a little bit smaller. These are all the bar height section style tables where somebody can stand up over the end. Anybody can find comfort inside this area. As you make a beeline, immediately a fresh hearth of bread is brought over towards your table. As the sounds of old Gothic strings fill the room, the heartiness of the stews and pies over by the hearth, the smell of fresh fried fish, and a rather large earthen skinned elephant juxtaposition to the long white ivory tusks leaned up on an old bar stool that has a hand cane laying next to him. Violin tucked up over the shoulder, actually held with his trunk, and an old dobro on his lap. You can see a handful of old skeletons that hang across around his neck. A very weathered, dark green trench coat, tricorn hat with a large dyed peacock feather that sits the top. Continues to play the gothic tunes over next to that fireplace.
What did I tell you? We got live music tonight, too.
Told you I could hear the good music outside.
While Fenwick is sitting at the table, he's just looking around, taking it all in, and he hears the doors open. And he looks over. Does he notice Doug?
Roll perception check. That bread just courts you at the moment. Right now, there's too many people going in and out to see that they have even arrived here. You're just happy to be in a warm place with some food on the table, enjoying the creature comforts that only taverns provide.
This is some really good bread. I'm going to tell Grandma about it.
All right, Doug, he promised food and a room.
I want to see if I see Fenwick.
Roll perception check.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, it's crowded in there tonight, man. You don't
Let's
see...
go to my favorite table. I got a favorite table here. It's got lots of tall chairs.
Go ahead,
I'm
take...
gonna walk over to my favorite table where all these wonderful things are, and I'm gonna see this guy sitting in my chair.
Doug is the guy that would like the table in the middle of the bar.
Hey,
Great.
look, it's fuck you, dude.
This is
Hey.
him?
Hey, fuck you.
You yelling this out, like just a handful of patrons over the side look over and they see that it's Doug and just immediately roll their eyes.
I'm just gonna crawl up into one of the other tall chairs next to him. How are you
Fenwick's
doing
in
tonight? I saw
Mid
you
bite of the
treat
bread.
everyone.
After he hears someone say that to him, he was about to correct him and tell him it's not nice. That's not very... And his eyes just enlarge. Oh my goodness! A halfling! Please sit down. It's nice to see someone who's actually normal height around here.
This city's full of every kind. I saw your little show. What, do you always run around like a horse? And then come to town and start swearing at everybody? Where are you from?
I'm actually from the Cloakwood. It's right outside.
I never leave the city. I have no idea what's outside the gates. It's fine. I'll take
It's my
your word
first
for it.
time ever coming to the city. You live
You're
here?
missing out. I've lived here my whole life. And
How do you not get stepped on?
Find something that he might have. Is he also
I almost got ran over by a cart earlier.
Oh, that happens a lot. Just stay out of the way from the gates. Stay towards the sides of the streets. Watch out for big people. You know what? Stick with me. I'll show you the ropes around town. I'm helping out. This is Growling here. It's not growing, it's growling. Just to be very clear, he doesn't like being called growing. It gets him upset.
Oh, hi, Growlin. This is... Oh, goodness.
He's new to town too. I'm showing him around for a small.
You see Fenwick wave his hand. Ma'am! Can I get a regular-sized chair for my friend Growlin? Is that how you say it?
They're actually already his rigger-sized chairs.
Oh, there's one here already. Thank you.
I was just kind of slipped in and was just kind of sitting down, kind of going, how are we wrangling this guy in? I feel so bad for him right now. I feel so bad for myself, just staring at these guys. Hi.
Fenwick is going to do a perception check on Growan to see if he can tell that he's looking kind of rough.
Nice to meet you, Fenwick.
He doesn't notice anything. Nice to meet you too.
I'm gonna flag down the waitress. Hey, 3 specials and 3 ales.
And a straw, please.
A portly dwarven man with a vast chest hair out, with a pair of those chaps that you were worried about, stares back at you with just 2 floggins, one of them ale and one of them mead. It's self-service, you asshole.
I hold up a silver coin. There's a silver in it for you. Wiggle through my fingers.
Oh, he reaches out and takes the silver. Whoa, in that case, coming right up, sir. And he takes your silver and he slides into the corner booth.
I
Right
don't think
over
you're
here.
the waiter, Doug.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm gonna, walk over to him. I'm gonna cast command. Give it back.
As you walk over towards this table, Doug,
Nope.
back towards the old boy with his vest out, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
$18.
Fenwick, watch this.
Huh? What am I watching?
The halfling. This cleric. He is definitely not a cleric from what I've seen.
Give me 1 second here. My spellcasting modifier.
What do you think he is if he's not a cleric?
+7.
I'm not sure myself, but he's definitely more than what meets the eye, you could say. Welcome to town, I guess.
With an 18, you just beat the save as your mind gets cloudy for a second. Casting command, go ahead and do so.
Spells.
Have you met many clerics in your time, Fenwick? Holier than thou, those?
Oh, yes.
He's got to do a wisdom saving throw for 13, it looks like. So I'm going to say back and put my hand out.
Wisdom saving throw 13, you said.
Yep.
Okay, this is a straight up roll, no addition. Edging it out again by 1. Now, with that command, how does it read?
I can speak a 1-word command. If they don't succeed the saving throw, do command. Basically, if he doesn't make a saving throw, he has to do it. No, I don't know. It's only a 1-word command.
What is your?
If I say,
I give like I let you do like a little bit like.
Just like, I'm just putting my hand out. Give it back. Or just give if you want just one word.
His hand extends out and drops that coin.
Is he standing, sitting?
Oh, he's been sitting there with the rest of the group. 3 other rough and tumble individuals see you come over and issue this command, and they follow. They just stand back and look in bewilderment. One of them leans over to the next. Yeah. I know if he pisses you off, he's right there. He'll stab you right in the kidneys. Done it before. As they begin spinning mythos about you of why you must command such respect as you have that coin back in your hand.
Fenwick saw this going down because Growan told him to. Wow, that was really cool.
That really makes me happy. See someone of my height be able to control those largies.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Charm Person on him. We're going to have a new butler for tonight, guys. Hey, guys. He's agreed to help us out all night long. He's going to do all of our fetching for us. He's a good friend of mine here, right here. He's a good friend of mine. I'm going to cast Charm Person.
Disadvantage for the voice crack? No.
You know what? I'm going to get a rest. I'm going to do that at second level, too. I'm going to go... Oh, it's second level spell. Never mind. Oh, no, it's a... Okay, yeah, it's second level, so I'm casting it at second level. Does it not have any saving throws? No, it's Wisdom 13 again.
I would just keep an eye on your coin purse, Fenwick. Whatever you have, I feel his sticky fingers might get a hold of it.
First, you need to make a wisdom saving throw one more time.
Oof. What is that? Is that 6?
Mm-hmm.
So 11.
11?
Oof. Payback's a bitch.
Before you're able to levy this spell out, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Now, we got ourselves quite the evening lined up, and I'd appreciate you wouldn't start this thing off with a ball fight and clear the crowd out so early now. Certainly you can understand my predicament in this situation. But since I have your attention, and your undivided attention, how about you step back from that table, old boys? We know he's an asshole. Got your coin back. Let's bury this thing right now.
Look up at him and just do a real overly exaggerated bow to him and then toss a coin in front of him. Keep up the fine music, my friend. Sorry to interrupt your good show.
And these words, they don't come out of your mouth. The coin goes from your hand back over to that Loxodon's as he catches it out with his trunk, snags it back, and then lets it roll down and slide into a small bowler hat that's on the rug that's next to him. Much obliged, sir. Much
Give him a
obliged.
sideways grin. and then just saunter back to my table with these guys. This guy is more than he seems, folks. This could be an interesting night.
Well, if he plays like he has been, it's gonna be a great night.
Hey, Growan, since you're the biggest of us and you could probably get there a little easier, why don't you go grab, I give him 3 silvers, go grab us some food and beverages. I'll buy, you fly.
He is the used car salesman. Roll a persuasion check.
I'm just being reasonable. You're the only one that's, me and Fenwick here are gonna get stepped on. 21 again.
I always felt that flying by myself was funner.
You're not doing it right.
Ground's
Come
gonna
on,
get up.
man.
And he's
Don't
just gonna
wanna
look
be
at
step
them. He's gonna pick up the money. I just can't believe this. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Is this worth it? Is this even worth it? And he's just gonna keep grumbling as he walks over to go get some food and drinks. Just is this? I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Why am I here? What is any of this for?
I'm gonna lean over to the table and talk to Fenwick like, this guy. Oh wait, we get back to the table. This guy sure is cranky, but he's kind of fun. I'm enjoying him. We're gonna be good friends. I can tell just by he likes to hang around with me. I can tell it. Do you see how happy he looks?
Doug, I'm confused. You gave him all that money, but you didn't ask how much it was going to cost. And he looks confused. Will he bring your change back?
Well, between you and me, it's not my money anyway, so I really don't care.
Not your money.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's okay. There were donations to the church. I got some donations to the church earlier on the way here.
You're spending your church's money? You are a different cleric than what I'm used to.
My church is pretty, what's the word for it? They don't, we have very interesting accounting systems. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. We're fine. As long as I give them something at the end of the day, they don't care what much I bring in. It's all a profit for them.
Goddess Alona doesn't ask us for money. She just needs offerings. I usually just go out and hunt a wolf, or maybe an elk or a deer for her.
Well, churches in a big city are a lot different than the woods. You know, the church we have rent to pay, we have upkeep, we've got services to perform. All that costs money, so we need all the donations. You don't want to donate to the church, do you?
No.
Okay, well, it's always optional. Do you have money?
Don't answer that, Fenwick.
No, I'm perfectly fine answering it. I do have money. I'm here for my grandma and myself to buy supplies for our house. And if you touch it, you might meet your lord quickly.
You do know that you don't want to carry it out in the open, though. There's pickpockets in this city. There's thieves. There's like these guys here that just try and take advantage of short people and just take the money. I would put it in your boot. It's the best place to keep your money when you're small like us.
Ladies
Okay.
and gentlemen, my name is Jerome Baldur. But since we're getting well acquainted here tonight at the Sweet and Sour, y'all can call me like my friends do. My name is Big Lou. Enjoy yourselves tonight. Prepare yourselves for another long evening in Blackgate.
As he flashes a big tusky grin back over to your table, continues playing those dark folk gothic tunes of Americana. Growlin, you come back with any number of wine, ale, mead. All those choices are on the table. In particular, they are frying up a fish catch. that has come from the docks of Baldur's Gate. You can smell that coin meal spiced just right with a little bit of paprika and cayenne. Savory meat pies of lamb tonight and roux are coming out. But in particular, you can smell a particular delicacy. A whole vat of crawfish is being dumped over at the end. But what's interesting about it is they're taking out all the individual corn on the cob and they're dressing them as street corn after they bring them back out over the top of the griddle. Aioli, cayenne, fresh spices up over the top. The red potatoes are going into a fresh, real German warm potato salad next to the side.
I hope you don't mind, but I didn't really bring you back any change. See that over there?
I always tip well. I'm fine. Pay them whatever they want.
I couldn't pass it up.
It's how
Especially
I get
since I think I know how you got your money earlier.
donations.
Yeah.
Donations to the church.
Donations.
With a couple of pitchers in hand, with 2 silver, you're able to order the smorgasbord. You guys have a little bit of all of it coming. Enough for 4 hungry individuals, actually, that has all of it. The crawfish, the potato salad, the street corn, one of the savory lamb pies, and a good old heaping of fresh catfish.
Ground will walk over and take a mug of mead and the extra silver that he got from Doug and drop the silver in the hat and the mug next to it on the bench next to Big Lou. Tip his head and walk back to the table.
Nods his head while he's still playing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for keeping him out of trouble.
As it's startling at first to hear this man's voice in your head while he's playing at the same time. But you get used to it.
Ground doesn't even notice that happened until he sits back down at the table.
I'll be back in just a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. But I must relieve myself. I'll be right back.
As Big Lou steadies himself and gets himself up on that cane that's next to him.
Did he talk, or was that in my head? Was that in your head?
All Doug's been doing is talking. What are you talking about?
The singer.
I ain't even heard him sing. I've just been hearing him play music.
Just shove it in my face. Shove a big pile in my face, then take a swig, shove more in my face.
That's really brave of Big Lou. As Fenwick started ignoring Doug entirely after he realized he's spending the church's money.
What do you mean?
Learned a skill to come in here and play music to bring joy to everybody. Even though he has that disability. Did you see? He was walking with a cane. That's very brave of him.
Not everything could be as it sees.
You really don't get to the city much, do you?
I don't have any reason to. I was too busy studying.
What were you studying?
Oh, I'm gonna start looking around for some of the serving people.
I'm a scribe.
They used to have this waitress here named Bethel.
I'm actually a pretty good scribe.
Let's start looking at Doug. He might actually be able to help. Just a second. If you need to find Bethel, go for it. If that's what you're looking for. but he might be able to help.
Help with what?
Do you know old texts, runes, languages that maybe not from around here?
That's my specialty. Show it to me.
I'll bring my backpack around and I'll pull out a piece of paper that has a little bit of writing on it, like a
I'm gonna try
very
to look at
roughly
the backpack
sketched.
while you get it out. See what I can see in there.
I'll just hand it over to you. It's just like a looks like a tree branch with some runic writing on it.
Oh. I've never seen this before.
You see Fenwick's eyes go from baby blue to pure white. And he cast Comprehend Languages. As long as he's touching the piece of paper, you can understand the literal meaning of any language.
Where's this tablet come from?
This piece of paper is just a rough sketch I did of one little branch from the tattoo. Being unsure if I wanted to actually show the tattoo or not, I've been kind of carrying this around just to hand out.
You're not sure what the script is, but the old language that's on it is indeed Blackgate, Fenwick.
This is Blackgate language.
It's not Blackgate language. It says Blackgate in an old language that you don't even understand other than the fact that you can comprehend it.
Wait. No, it doesn't say that. It's not the language. That's what the words are. Blackgate. That's
This
here.
part- but this part you can't make out. He points just one extra character at the end.
I'm trying. All I can get's Blackgate right now. It's a little blurry. I was confused at first because I never heard of Blackgate language, but no, that's what it says.
It's okay.
Sorry, I don't have anything else for you.
It's okay. I'll keep looking.
You begin to hear those boards on the ground creak and bend as that large loxodon lumbers your way and pushes two of those stools together and eases himself down, leaning the cane up against the table. He's come back with a giant pitcher of just the right cream ale that has a crisp malty finish but's perfect for a warm, humid spring to summer afternoon in Baldur's Gate. Sets that golden liquid down in a massive ceramic pitcher.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Sweet and Sour.
Well, hello, Big Lou. Your music was amazing.
We got more where that's coming. And I appreciate you not stirring up a whole lot of trouble over here. I'm sure those shitheads deserved it.
Looking over at you, Doug. Have you seen Big Lou before?
I imagine I probably have, since I'm assuming he's a regular staple here, at least somewhat.
Yeah, he definitely houses in over here. He's gonna roll a history check to see if he remembers seeing you as well.
Those people deserved it anyways. The guy tried to rip me off.
No, he doesn't. like Cletus a couple weeks ago. I don't know you. I see people like you every day.
He's lucky you stopped me. If you hadn't stopped me, that guy was going to get hit in the nuts.
Well, I figured you were going to stir up a whole lot of trouble. That's why I sent a little birdie over your way. No reason for all of us to lose everything tonight.
I would prefer it that way as well. Too tired to deal with more of that tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. If they have enough to drink, I may follow them home.
What kind of cleric are you?
You do know there's lots of kinds of clerics. There's not all clerics are goody-goody, don't do anything fun. My god likes to have fun. And that's why I like my god. Actually, originally I used to be a thief. And one day I broke into this temple and tried to steal stuff. And this priest caught me. But rather than turn me into the police or the constables or whatever else around here, he said, you know, son, you have what it takes to be a priest too. And so he taught me the ways of being a priest. And so I turned my life around, and instead of being a thief, I'm now a priest.
He didn't teach you not to nut shot everybody you meet?
I only do that when people have it coming. I'm so tired of people thinking because I'm 3 feet tall that they can make fun of me for it. Now he's the one feeling 3 feet tall, and he's going to be getting an ice pack later today.
Fenwick just looks over at Doug.
I'm barely taller than you. I don't feel that way if someone says, ooh, look at the short gnome. I don't care.
You were an orphan in a city full of big people, constantly attacked, put down, ridiculed. I had to survive, and the biggest way to survive is you find the biggest guy and you punch him in the nuts.
Just because your problems are your problems doesn't mean other people don't have problems they have to deal with in life too. That's very insensitive of you.
That might be true, Fenwick. But sometimes others won't learn. I kind of get Doug a little bit now. A lot more makes sense.
What an interesting group we got in the sweet and sour tonight. I'm assuming all y'all just met coming into town.
Met or wrangled.
These fellows would get robbed blind if I wasn't watching out for them.
You'd probably rob them blind, wouldn't you? No, not for yourself, but for the church, right?
The church always is in need.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people working for a lot of churches over here in Blackgate.
That's why I started hanging in Blackgate, because Blackgate is the place to be to take for donations. Everybody here is so generous.
You see, I've been working a lot of bars my life, and it's not who you think. You think the old boys over there that are rough and tumble, that they're gonna be the ones to spout off first, but it never is. Old Lou has kept an eye out. It's always the unsuspecting. In this case, big things come in small packages. Sometimes it's the gnome and the halfling that throws the first punch, and a lot of times I'm right. They underestimate you. Use that to your advantage.
That's the only way to get through life. Take advantage of what life gave you.
Well, I would say, Mr. Doug, that tonight you not take advantage of the company that you keep. You might actually have company the next day.
Speaking of company, where are the women tonight? I don't understand what's wrong with this place. Usually it's crawling with people that like short people. I have not seen one of them. Fenwick!
Remember, folks, this man lives in a world of delusion of his own mind. Buckle up. You'll need it this evening.
As he tips his hat and makes his way back over to the fireplace.
I'm gonna check for my make sure my coin purse is still where I expect it to be. Just because I'm a cautious person.
Coin purse is there. Oh, Lou, there ain't nothing fast about him. You can hear those boards creak as he gets back up and grabs his cane. You guys are able to notice the polished skull on top of it as well.
I really like him. And Doug, I've been kind of hard on you. I like you too. You're just different. Just because we do different stuff.
I'm telling you, this city is dangerous for people like us. You got to watch where you're at. You two are just waiting to get taken advantage of.
I think that if it came to it, I could get up to the situation.
Doug, have you taken a donation from either myself or Fenwick?
I never take donations from my friends.
Okay.
Why, are you missing money?
I'll check later.
I didn't trust the elephant guy. I wasn't sure what was going on with that. Big Blue seems like a straightforward person, but who just randomly comes up and starts talking to people?
Called an entertainer. Have you seen a mirror?
I just, you might remember I just walked up and started talking to you guys, but
Oh, the irony is not lost.
Fenwick
Have you
does
seen a
the people's eyebrow towards Doug. Yeah, who just walks up to people and talks to them?
I'm doing my good Lord's work. He's bards can be different. They're like clerics. Bards come in different flavors too. Some are a little shadier than others.
What I've learned today, doesn't matter the size. It's all about the bite.
I may know a thing or three about biting.
Now that's a story I'm interested in.
I'll pass. I'm more into the ladies. I don't know what you guys do in the woods, but
Doug, you truly are a person of the city.
I need you to roll perception checks.
Dirty 20.
oof, 8.
15.
Apparently the alcohol's starting to kick in a little bit.
Not the food in your face?
Well, it's two of my favorite things in front of me. I would be a little distracted, so.
As you guys are chowing down on the feast laid before you, it's about a quarter of the way into the meal. Doug, with that 22.
Oh, no, I only had a 2.
Oh, you rolled the 2.
Or not a 2, it was like 7 or something, but it's low. It's low.
So you got an 8, 15, and 11.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, I see it now. I see it in the breakdown. Finn, you go down to stab a chunk out of that potato salad in your table, and you miss. Just a slight tremor.
Did y'all feel that? Or see that?
What, Finn?
The table jiggled.
What do you...
That,
Jiggled?
somebody probably bumped it walking by or something. You're being paranoid. I didn't notice anything.
Your face is in that cannoli. Of course you didn't.
It is kind of all over your face. Hand him a napkin.
I look at your napkin and I just take my sleeve and just. And then continue to stuff my face.
I'll start looking around.
Something doesn't feel right.
This time, Grun, you go to reach a piece of that street corn and it that rumble again, and as it rolls to the side, dexterity saving throw, it's about to roll off the table. Nothing gets you fired up like a fantasy dexterity saving throw for food.
Boom.
Oh, you're able to snag that sucker.
Street corn doesn't go on the floor. I see what you mean, though.
Then
Slowly
it hits
push myself
again.
back.
This time it shakes, and you can see everybody in the bar. Old Lou even stops playing. As everybody
told
kind of
you.
stands and looks at each other.
Stand up out of my chair. Get my feet under me.
And then you see the table where the bikers are at. You just hear screams. Ah, shit! His boards are busted up, and you can see that old boy. Oh, shit! Ah, Francis, hold on! Hold on! It's busted up from the floor. Something pulling him down as that table slumps down. Right now, he's got a hand on each one of his friends. Ah! We're going to pick up right back in that spot. But I'm going to have you guys fill up your beverages and take that quick restroom break.
Oh my goodness. Freaking tremors. Take a break. Kevin Bacon will be right back.
Old Jerome needs to fill up his beverage here in a second.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we know that Doug is just as sleazy as Estinial. We've established that. Just as sleazy. How about this map, guys? Look at this one from Dynamic Dungeons. Look at this food getting cooked over here. Oh man, I miss New Orleans. Something fierce. It's been too long, man. Yeah, it's a really cool map. It's a lot of cool detail. Break time! That's right, Pods. I'm about to fill up my cup with some Voodoo Ranger. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining us for the commission, for the community folks getting to get on the action again. We'll have Black Ops and Feisty next week. Like we said, they have their commitment to the last game of Rime of the Frost Maiden tomorrow, so they're not joining us. But we do have more D&D tomorrow at 9 p.m. CDT as they finish up and they fight the final boss in Rime of the Frost Maiden. So ready.
The titular character, as you could say.
Jedi.
All right, fill my cup. I'll be right back.
Pop off the cup.
Oh, you're wondering if we'd ever have a Loxodon again at the table? I'm surprised it's me doing it first. I thought Mud would have played a Loxodon Druid again with how much he liked it in the one shot we played like 2 freaking years ago. Lo and behold, it's me playing playing one of the new UA Bard classes. Bard of the Spirits.
Boo. It's gonna be cool. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what that bard does. Bard of the Spirits, like
Cosplay time.
that's gonna be cool. Already plays like every UA class though. Like every UA class, he's got some type of like character ready for it. Shay. Oh my god. Well, Cap's back.
How's everybody doing out there today? I can't do his voice.
Can you actually see the screen?
We'll see if he notices.
Oh, he'll notice immediately.
There's a difference between noticement and acknowledgement.
And I'm pretty sure he keeps his earbuds in, so whenever he walks away for a break, he can still
They
hear.
were wired. They're wired. He has them out.
Took him out. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's not running the wireless anymore.
I can't use earbuds; they always fall out of my ears.
They make my ears like throb after a time. Like I just can't use them for a long time. I've been thinking
You're
about getting
right, Shady.
Yeah, but radio uses wired monitors to a wireless adapter and then runs the professional wireless like stage mic. Because when you work for a radio station, you have a bunch of gear.
You look like his old logo.
Here it is.
The
3.
moment of truth.
There it
Nice,
is. There's it.
nice budget cosplay.
Right? I told him he looked like your old logo.
It is pretty close to the old logo.
What's funny is that popped up on my stupid feed. Ah, God, now I got black hair on my mouth. And I was like, I was kissing CaptainRoBear. God.
You know, we were talking about Legendary Ladman earlier. I almost got a picture of that somewhere. RoBear and Ladman.
But that popped up on my feed because I was looking for stuff for my cosplay for Doug, and
As that old boy is literally being pulled back down underneath these boards, Big Lou hops up as fast as you've ever seen him over to the other side, trying to hold on so that this old boy isn't sucked down into the cellar.
Growin will jump, run forward, and try to latch on to and help pull.
All right. Strength ability check. So you may use your athletics as we hold on. You have disadvantage from that exhaustion. Oh.
oof.
You try to latch on. Your grip just immediately slips.
He pulls the glove off my right hand. It just slips right off. He just takes the glove with it.
This is a DC 16 for old Lou. Oh. You see him pulled down into these busted boards. People begin screaming, running towards the door. Lou Lou offers a hand, pick you back up, growling.
I grab it. Thanks. We tried, Lou. What was that? Did you see it?
I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell that thing was.
I didn't get a sight on it.
What is going on?
Gentlemen, get your asses over here.
That tavern floor shakes again.
I don't know what the hell that thing is. But y'all look like you all have a particular set of skills. I know he can use magic. Anything else you got? Come with me to the cellars. But I want you to walk real easy now. Watch your feet.
As Big Lou takes a coin and he flips it out towards the middle of the tavern. You see that board busted up. Busted and pulled through.
Let's walk real softly now. We're gonna go back towards the kitchen.
Wait. Doug, get over here, quick.
Slowly.
No,
but quick.
do not get over here quick.
Quickly, quietly.
I'm gonna grab my short sword and unsling my shield from my back, and just step lightly.
You know what? Just wait.
As Fenwick casts Pass Without a Trace on himself. Everyone in 30 feet gets a +10 to stealth.
Describe what this looks like.
As he hears Big Lou speak on how quiet they have to be, seeing that coin flip and this giant just arm tentacle just rips through the ground.
No arm, no tentacle. Did not see what it was yet.
He gets freaked out. And he remembers whenever he was a kid. And he used to sneak out to get cookies from the kitchen, and his grandma would always catch him.
Now, if you're gonna do that, you have to learn to be sneaky. No fiddlebrick is going to learn how to get cookies and get caught every time. Be fleet-wooted.
And at that point, he remembers the words fleet-footed, and Pass Without a Trace is cast upon himself and everyone within 30 feet of him.
Just a
Gets
low
+10 to their stealth.
dust settles and kind of hovers around your boots as Big Lou leans and doesn't hear the board creak underneath him for the first time since he was a child.
Well, I will certainly do.
Now, when Big Lou slipped that pitcher over at your table, I used my Master Chef's card. Actually, no, it's just a regular Chef's Feast. You all have currently 10 temporary hit points. I need everyone to roll for initiative. Now, combat tracker is the fist. Second to the bubble. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put us all inside there. And you literally see the D20 is right next to your name. Let's go, nat 20. How sweet is that combat initiative?
That is amazing.
That's pretty cool.
That's nice.
And yes,
The maps are so much nicer too. This place, Foundry's pretty cool.
Foundry is very cool. By the way, you like where I was able to wedge the combat tracker in chat? I've been trying to figure out where I was going to place that damn thing forever. Now we got a little convenient place for it. Doug, you start off the round. First stealth check. We'll be making one each time that we move. Jerome is pointing
Right over there. We need to get to the end of the bar.
Unfortunately, I had disadvantage in this, but we have a +10 bonus, thankfully, so. So that's me, plus 16 to 20. Dirty 20.
There's a doorway right over there by the side of that pot of stew. We need to get over there, gentlemen.
you cannot dash. You have to take half your movement each time.
That's here.
Yep, and you just rolled on yours. Stealth roll. Just a 10? Oh, it's because you got the plus 10, so you're at a 20. At a 20 right now. Yep. With ease. And by the way, you can move your tokens with the arrows on your keyboard. Makes it hella convenient when you're doing exact spacing. Next, moving over, Finn.
Oh, man. Fleet-footed, Granny. Fleet-footed.
Just mild creaks. You can see dust, boards popping up every now and then.
Everybody else here, just remain in your seat. Don't move. Just stay calm.
Growing. Ooh, 15 on the first roll. Do we get advantage or we just get plus 10?
Just plus 10.
$15. You take that first step. One of the boards right next to you busts up on your way over there. I need a dexterity saving throw from you. DC 14. my God, that getting that nat 20 all ate up. Something grabs a hold of your legs. You can see this toothy maw as this immense pressure is pulling back on your leg. Currently has grabbed in between the boards. You are restrained in your spot.
I immediately cast Inflict Wounds on it. Whatever it's touching me.
All right. Roll for damage.
Okay, fine. Spell. Oh, there it is. Cast spell. Ooh. Attack is with disadvantage. And damage, normal. Ooh, that is so slick.
Look at those skulls, man. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Total damage on that bad boy.
14 of necrotic.
14 necrotic, whatever it is, drops your leg and then hops back down. You're able to go that one step further. This board right here is busted though.
Take it slow. Take it easy. I don't know what this is, but that's not right.
You're damn right it's not.
Big Lou's got him just a flat +10. Oh no! D2 makes his way here diagonal, gets caught up right here. Something bites up again. Dexterity saving throw for old Lou. Not gonna be good. Not gonna be good at all.
Roll 20. That'd be fine.
As it latches on his leg.
Ah, shit, the same thing's got me. The thing's got a hold of my leg. Son of a bitch.
He's gonna take his cane. As you see these wisps of ethereal teal green wrap around it. As he grabs that cane, he's gonna cast Chalet and knock the shit out of those boards that are next to his leg. Don't know why it rolled advantage for me. Over on my screen, it ate one of my nat 20s, you son of a bitch. 11. Just able to smack these boards that are down next to him. I'm gonna do 8 points of damage.
Ah, get off of me, you son of a bitch. Ah,
Busting off whatever grip it has.
Is he within reach of me right now? Can I reach out and touch him?
He was able to move forward after he smacked that thing.
All right, when he moves by me, I'm gonna reach out and touch him and cast, or not cast, but use my what's it called again? Blessing of the Trickster. He now has advantages on stealth, advantage on dexterity, stealth checks for 1 hour.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. He will gladly take that.
thank you. I could use every bit I can get. Moving around quick is not my forte.
End of his turn. Doug, it is your turn.
Now watch. I'll. Well, I can't do it to myself anyways, but. 19 and 19.
You'll be able to make with ease. Move yourself another 15 feet.
Come on, boys, we're almost there. Just a little bit further. Just a little bit further.
Finn.
Oh man. What kind of tavern is this?
I am going to throw my D6 inspo on top of that.
Oh shit, 13. Oh god. Dude, and this is with pass without a trace. This is brutal. Go ahead and move yourself 10 feet, and that's where you're gonna get stuck at. That's another busted up from the floorboards.
No! No!
As fangs start to grow out of his mouth and claws come out of his fingers, as he gets a little primal.
Nice. No! Oh shit! Swiping down, you get all boards. Unable, whatever is latched onto you.
Just swiping away, just in a feral, just anger.
Clawing away at this thing. You were bound and restrained at the moment. You will be stuck there. Anything for your bonus action?
As a bonus action, as his mind comes back and his claws and his fangs go away,
I don't like being grabbed!
and at this point he's pissed off and he's going to wild shape into a cave bear.
All right, give you 1 second to get Cave Bear out.
Do the 10 hit points go on top of my cave bear or just on my regular character?
They'll be on your regular form.
Gotcha.
All right, pull up that Cave Bear card on your own. Cave Bears are they're like the white colored ones, right?
Cave bears and polar bears are the same card.
Okay, they're the same card. Got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Sorry, I just said its ass right on your face.
I mean, its ass is my ass.
All right, I'm about to give you control of this bad boy. This is good. This is good for me because I don't quite know how to do that yet. There it is. Awesome. Permissions come through here. Oh, hell yes. You are now the proud owner of said Cave Bear.
You just see this
Tiny little Fenwick.
get scared out of his ass. Just restrained. And what had a hold of his entire body now just has a hold of a leg.
Let's go. Go ahead and give yourself a strength saving throw as you make the turn. Actually, not saving throw. I'll let you make a strength ability check.
Okay. $13.
13. You're going to be able to rip that big maul as it no longer has its claws on you. Up and out. You can take that other 5 foot of movement. You up there for the moment. Bam.
And that is the end of Big Bear's turn.
Growling, it is your turn.
All right, going for some movement. 27 on stealth for the first one, and my double disadvantage. I'll get used to this, I swear. 21. 21.
21. You'll be able to move those 15 feet unimpeded.
5, 10, 15. Is that where your cave bear is, Fenwick? Or am I standing next to you? Just making sure I'm not
He's standing
standing
next
on
to
your
him.
head.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
You're fine. You're just occupying the same spot. By the way, go ahead and take, actually, I'll be handling all the health. So you guys don't need to update your sheet. I'll do it for you.
Okay.
We found this out last night. That likes to carry over. So you took 5 points of piercing damage when that thing popped up. Fenwick took...
I think I also missed adding the temp.
Oh yeah, this would just go into your temp. That's right. So your temp's down to 3, Fenwick, in your normal form. And then Growan, I will put you back up to 52, and you have 4 temporary hit points left on you. And then Big Lou.
Are you going to manage the hit points for the wild shapes also? Or you want me to do that?
Yep. I sure am. All right. And Big Lou, he's got 6 temporary hit points left. Perfect. All right, into Ground's turn. Big Lou, come on, baby. Come on. No! Shit! Trying to be as cautious as he can. Lou takes that first step. Board cracks.
We have advantage, remember?
Oh, I have advantage. Thank you, sweet baby. What's your god's name?
Brandon Boris.
Brandon Morris. Goodness. Oh my God.
It was meant to be.
But at least I'm not prone, literally getting my ass trimmered. Ugh. Oh, this thing gets me again. 2 more D6. Whoa. This one's gonna bite. With 10 points. That son of a bitch. It's got a hold of me. I'm gonna slay the shit out of it again. Come on, baby. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Gonna smack the shit out of it. Get off of me. God damn it. Smack it with the cane. I'll get it to release. You get to go my movement up here. Doug, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm due.
Oh my God. He
16.
says he's due and he rolls the double deuce.
18.
It's ridiculous that you can roll a 2. Come Go ahead, move yourself another 15 feet.
Well, there are advantages to being super small.
Grandma would not be pleased with how fleet-footed we're not being.
This is the last push. Everybody's going to be able to get to that doorway.
I guess technically I probably need to go this way.
Well, good thing I don't know your grandma.
Finn, it is your turn as we're easing across.
You guys are stomping across. I'm the one easing across.
We are doing an extra shitty job of this. 19, let's go. You're going to be able to get up to the doorway. Gruen, your turn. Dirty 20, gonna be able to make it to the door as well. Oh yeah, I forgot you keep having disadvantage.
I'm so tired. It's just I'm dragging. 15.
You're like, fuck these ability checks. I'm never RPing for RoBear again. This is bullshit.
You know what? As long as it's not a freaking celestial cow running me over repetitively, I'm good with it still.
True. Our kind of time was brutal. You're going to be able to make it up to the doorway as well. Jerome. Plus 10. Come on, baby. Oh, 16. Just passing. Needing everything to get there. Doug, last bit of movement.
It's the most intense sneaking ever.
Roll of 2 made it. We
Ooh, just in with a 16 as well.
16.
No, he'd have a 22.
Yeah, mine. I got plus 16 just to the roll.
I'm sorry, I looked at grounds. Looked at grounds. You got to remember, some of you guys have your stuff typed in, some of you don't. Your mind pattern recognition, I'm used to playing where everything is in here right now, and I don't have you guys completely acclimated to this. So every now and then, I'm going to call out the wrong number. So don't fret, we'll get it right. Eventually, you guys will be 100% inside of Foundry. All right. Let me get your cave bear moved over to here.
I thought about that today too. I'm like, damn, all that extra work he's gonna have to do because of my character now.
All right. Into the kitchen cellars we go. New initiative coming in. Go ahead and roll your dice.
Oh.
Mine says not started and does not give me a dice. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this and close that.
No, I know why. It's old. It's the older token. Give me a second.
Okay.
I have to bring you in as a new actor from that adjustment earlier. Now you should be able to. Fenwick, were you able to roll?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And oh my god, I rolled a nat 1. Son of a bitch. Big Lou, slowly but surely, as we creak into this cellar, I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Polar bear don't know nothing.
17.
$17. 6. 14. Growing.
Yes.
You can hear crates being tossed, barrels knocked over.
Mm-hmm.
Jerome over next to you.
That sounds big.
Real big.
That's kind of a conclusion anyway, isn't it? Since they're ripping up floorboards up there. I don't know what experience you boys have had. But I'm prepared to whip whatever's ass is down over there for ruining my night.
I'm down for that. After the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it's been for me, I'm ready to kick something in.
Good, because you're gonna need it, boy.
Can I
Lou
use my
takes.
second win card
Oh, let's
before
go.
we jump into combat?
Absolutely. Down to 2 points of exhaustion. Lou stretches out that cane, opening up that hallway door from the back kitchen area.
Right down over there is the cellar, boy. Let's tread cautious.
Oh, Fenwick Bear, not being as cautious as most people are, is going to move up to the door. Going to look back at the team. And he's going to go in.
Door is right over here.
Okay. I thought you were looking at the... Okay, I see it now. Can he fit through the door?
Da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, bump, 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 da-na-na-na-na. Yes, your big ass can fit through the door.
Squeeze, Finn, squeeze.
I need you to roll a stealth check. Oh,
28 as a bear.
Nosing your way out. unnoticed, slipping into the room. You see a family of belays. One big mama belay. 3 small babies busted into the cellar from over in this area. You can see just the chaps remain of that old boy that was swallowed up and torn apart from the 3 babies. And my ass would have got pulled all the way down there with a nat 1 if it wasn't for Doug's blessing and the trickster. They currently do not see you. You're in an elevated position right now. That belay means business. It looks just as gnarly as it is. Stakes are real in that basement.
Ben Bear is going to try to stay right there and keep his eyes, and he's going to tap his rear paw that's closest to the door to get someone else to come up there and look.
Remember, you're in order.
Oh, God.
Speaking of order, how do we re-roll our? You and I both have relentlesses.
You just let's see here. You go click on the actual turn order itself. I believe it's right click, and you can re-roll your initiative.
You talking about in the combat panel?
Inside of Foundry, in the combat tracker, which is marked by a fist, you will go down to your name, right click, and then you can re-roll the initiative. I have to wait till the next round because I rolled a nat 1. I can't re-roll it on the first, but I can on the second.
It's not letting me do anything.
Well, if that be the case, he's a bear. He's not that intelligent right now. He's going in.
All right. Doug, I will do it for you. I'm going to right click it and re-roll it for you.
Roll it down 1. Doesn't change the order at all.
You went up. You got to 7 now.
Since I was derped and muted and trying to talk to Finn at the same time, I will move up behind Finn and try to take a look. I'm also right behind you in turn order, so I can move up if you skip your hold your turn.
Finn is going to... No, he's a bear. He's jumping down. Literally jumping on the big one.
All right, 2 sets of steps. It's going to be additional 2d6 if you hit, and velocity. It doesn't know you're there. You're stealth, so roll with advantage. Let's go. Let's go, Finn Bear. Let's go.
Finn Bear cannonball.
Multi-attack, too. So I'm going to jump to attack with my claws, and then I'm going to bite it. Well, roll. Is it not rolling? There it is. It's not actually showing the rolls, is it? I'll have to manually put it in. So it's a +7 to hit. And you said with advantage?
Okay, here's what you can do. Double click the polar bear. So it pulls up its
Yep.
sheet. Then go to features.
Mm-hmm.
You can pull the bite and the claw. Multi attack is not what you want to hit. That's just information for you.
Yeah, I'm hitting claws, and it's not actually hitting it. It's just showing what it does.
Okay, so when you tap it, like I just did, popped up in the order. There's an attack and damage is on there, and that's where you
Okay.
roll it. Do you see that?
Yep, okay. Then hit attack.
And you'll be able
With
to do this with
advantage.
advantage, baby.
That's a 22 to hit.
Let's go. That'll hit. That'll hit. With the when you click to do the damage, you can add in. We'll just roll the 2d6 afterwards. We'll make it easy.
Sounds good. That's 10. That +7 shouldn't be there.
Another
So
10
the,
points on the velocity.
20.
Hell
And then-
yes.
The bite attack. That's a nat 1.
Oh. But did you roll for advantage?
For the bite?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll redo that too then. That's a 20. Dirty
Let's
20.
go. That'll hit as well. Roll damage for that bad boy.
So 13, a total of 33 points of damage from that turn.
I don't need totals anymore because it reads off the sheet. Literally, I have a bar right down there, and I'm able to just click the button.
Nice.
As that bullet spins around and you're on its back currently. Do you have any kind of pounce? Probably not as a bear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a strength saving throw for the belay to see if you knock that thing prone.
Yes, sir.
Strength saving throw. I'm going to set the DC. You jumping off 2 stories like that? DC 16. Strength saving throw coming in. Oh, let's go! Nat 1, baby! Nat 1!
Let's go!
You currently have that thing pinned.
Squish the bug. Squish the bug.
Oh, that is huge. That is huge.
And as he lands on the belay, he looks at the babies, looks down, like Godzilla's got someone pinned.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Dude. Perfect first round. Or first move. Growlin', it is your turn, my dude. Oh, let's fucking
I'm
go.
following after that freaking bear. I'm still pretty tired, but I can definitely move 15 feet, which is right there.
Shouldn't have half your movement anymore. You're at 2 points of exhaustion.
2 points is half speed.
Is it? Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, basically I just lost the disadvantage on attack rolls, so that's a big one once I can get into combat.
Good.
I'm coming, Fen! And from here, can I see anything because of the stairs? I can hear fighting, but I don't think I can see anything.
Oh yeah,
visually
you're
from the door.
elevated up there. You can see all that.
I can?
Yeah, that's
Sweet.
just spindled railing.
All right. So if I can actually see visually.
Oh,
I am going
hold on for just 1 second. Now that has gone, I roll the belays in the initiative. Baby belay, roll. Oh, double threes. Oh man, they are low. Mama Belay. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Holy shit. This is good. This is real good.
She's pinned and rolled a nat 1.
Finn Bear scared the shit out of him.
Thank God that was all rolls over here that got consumed, that I didn't have to just roll all those ones on my turn. All right.
Yeah. From here, I will go ahead and grab a barrel and use catapult to chuck it at the baby.
Nice. Full ale barrel. Oh, by the way, point of order for you guys. You can right click the fist and pop out the combat order. And you can, with your pointer, you can hover over the different belays and you can see which one it is. It'll toggle it for you.
That is so awesome.
So you can see where shit is at.
The baby in the top right, the next one. Because that's kind of like where actually I'd be going for, yeah,
that's the first one in the order.
I'm just going from the one that's farthest away from Finn. That's pretty much my target.
Mm-hmm. Let her eat. Go ahead and roll to hit with that catapult, baby.
What did it do? There it is. Okay, so it's a DC saving throw of 11 for dexterity.
Perfect. So you see how it puts saving throw down in there? Boom. I highlight the belay and then I just toss it. Boom. Oh, let's go, baby. Yes. That'll hit.
Boom. So 11 points of bludgeoning to the baby.
It's just a baby. Picking up one of those
Drink
ale
on me.
barrels, smashing it over its back. Let's go.
It's a busy room, guys.
It is a busy room. Any more movement for you?
I don't have any more movement. Just looking through all these lovely things.
And by the way, your movement starts right there.
Okay.
This is all staging room, so you have the minute you walk out, that's 5 feet, then 15. So you could be anywhere in this range over here.
Okay. 5, 10. Corner 15.
Yep. Right where my pointer was at, that's where you could be. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then from there, bonus action. I used a spell, but for my bonus action, it says bonus actions available are Misty Sip or Hunter's Mark. Could I cast Hunter's Mark on the mama underneath Finn?
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'd like to do. So if I click on her, I can click Hunter's Mark, or do I just click the spell? Cast spell.
Hunter's Mark will just allow you to roll your Hunter's Mark damage.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not highlighting it. I just have to remember.
I'll put something down for it. I'm looking for. Weird. They don't have a target. There's a radiation. Deafness. Empowered, disempowered, weakened, cursed. Oh, marked as the eyeball. Okay. I got you. Bam.
Not an eye on you.
Adorable. Boom. All right.
Come on, Doug. There's plenty of things to punch in here.
Baby Belay's turn first. Do. That thing's running in towards the cave bear that's got Mama pinned down. It's going to get a running start. It is going to jump and pounce on your head. Uh-oh, I'm getting lost in token hell over here. Oh no, my underneath module doesn't work on this one. I forgot to put it in. Oh, and I can't control that. It's all right. I know it's there. All right.
I was trying to help you.
All right, Deadly Leap coming in. You need to make a saving. You can do strength or dexterity on this pounce.
I have a D8 I'm going to add to it.
Oh, let's go. DC is 14, by the way.
That'll be a 17.
Did you roll on that one or just knock it over?
No, it was a 6 and then a 6 again, so 17 altogether.
Gotcha.
With a plus 5.
It's doing crazy shit with my dice. Okay, you will just be able to succeed. Saving throw or be knocked prone. On a 6 will save. The creature only takes half the damage and isn't knocked prone. All right. Half damage coming in. All right, it's going to be 11 points of damage to the cave bear. And then it's going to try and it's going to bite over at you. Oh, that'll hit with a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, god damn. Oh, shit. It does 19 points of damage with its bite. Baby bites back. Ooh, the cave bear is bloodied. Oof. End of that baby belay's turn. Doug, it is your turn. Now I'm a little terrified.
Now, how far can I move?
You
start here.
You start right here. This is your first 5 feet of movement is right there.
All right, so and you said he's looking pretty rough.
By he, you mean
The bear, sorry.
Cave Bear's bloodied. Yeah. Right now, Finn Bear is in death's door of his form.
All right. I can't get close enough to do that. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on this one. Well, you know what? Never mind. Skip that. I'll cast it on one of the ones that's on him now, just to try and get that off him faster.
Yep. Try to get the little shit off.
Yeah, the one right there.
Mm-hmm.
You moved it on me. That one. Sacred Flame. Dex save 13.
Dex save incoming.
Oh. Is that half or no?
Sacred Flame? None. Because it's just a cantrip.
None. All right, another bonus action. Healing Word on Captain Bear. It's the only thing I can cast. At least it's a 3 plus, or it adds it for me, right? It adds it all in. Oh, it didn't do there. Oh no, it says 5.
5 points back to the bear. 18 of 42. All right, Doug, you good where you're at?
I got nothing else I can do. I did what I could. No, I already took a bonus action, so I can't dash or anything either. Yeah, so I'm done.
All right. This baby belay's turn. It's going to turn and look up over the steps. It's going to begin running. Luckily, you're in an elevated position. It cannot leap at you. It's going to take everything it can do to get up those steps, and it's going to go over and bite at you, Doug. Oh, let's go. 8's not gonna work. He's gonna try to bite. No, these only have 1. Let's go. Hells yes. Perfect. Whew. We get lucky on that. Into that belay's turn. Next baby belay across the room. Oh, it's gonna run. It's gonna jump. It's gonna jump over towards Finbear. It's gonna pounce. Deadly leap coming in. Saving throw for your bear. You can literally click the box that your bear's in and then just click the saving throw button.
21.
Let's go. You will succeed again. Only half damage. Good God, man. These things are ridiculous right now. Half damage on Finbear. 10 points. Oh. Back down to 8 of 42. He's bleeding hard, shaking these baby belays off of his back. Oh, big mama belay. But you have them pinned down currently, and it's just a stack. It's a pile on. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it a strength saving throw. It's strength saving throw against your strength with advantage right now. Go ahead and lay down the line in your cave bear form.
Ability check or straight up saving throw?
You get to use your athletics. It's going to have to use its saving throw.
$20.
20 is the line. Okay. Saving throw. Disadvantage. Let's go. Let's go. With a 10. It is going to continue to be pinned in its position. There is no leap. There is no bite. It's going to try to break free from underneath you using its full and last piece of action. Sock it to us one more time.
23.
Oh, let's go. Come on, baby. Oh, let's go! Nat one, baby! You have the big belay pin still. Hot. Are you channeling Bjarke? Are you Bjarke Bear? Okay. I'm about to take my turn, but I have got to piss like Finn Racehorse. So, you guys hold this thing down for a second while I go. Anybody else needs to grab a beverage or do a restroom break can do so as well. Just leave one person in charge. BRB.
Okay.
And y'all got to do anything?
I'm good.
He's good.
I'm gonna take it while I can. I'm getting old man
Go for
bladder.
it. Go for it. Hey, you're younger than me. Shh. See the old man bladder. Shake my fist at him. So how's it going, guys? Baby Blake, do. Shay, I swear, that just immediately popped in my head. I was trying not to sing it. I really was trying not to sing it. Oh, we're really lucky right now with that Boulet pinned. That Mama Boulet being pinned. That thing could wreck us real quick. What's up, Lord? How are you doing this evening? I know I'm enjoying D&D. I hope you guys are. What I'm really hoping to do right now is I'm really hoping I can do something cool. But at the same time, I don't want to get taken out by attack opportunity on a baby because freaking Finbear over here is wrecking it right now. And I know my luck on rolls, I would probably like trip over the banister, fall, and smash my head and take away half my hit points. I just had that feeling, you know? Like, not sure if I should do it. It would be hilarious for one moment, and then I'd be like, why? Why did I do this to myself? Oh.
Okay. All right.
Now we get to see what's the magic up the trunk. Shay, why'd you put that evil on me? Don't. Please. Don't.
Man, we got super lucky. Let's go. This is the shit that we need. All right, Jerome's gonna step into that room. Oh my God. Yeah. This reminds me of a time once. As I'm going to use my bardic inspiration and roll on the Tales from Beyond table. I'm so excited about this. I have no idea. I've never even looked at the table yet either.
Ooh, it's story time. I'm excited.
We hear the drum roll.
Oh, let's fucking go. There was a time in my life when I was down on my luck too. Not enough money to even buy a pitcher of ale. Walked my happy ass into a tavern from a long, long place to a room full of strangers. So I can tell you what, growing, I've been there before. But every now and then, that Lady of Grace, she takes care of you. And she did to me that day too. As I lay a hand on your shoulder with Celestial, a story of the past, when Jerome Berlou was touched by a celestial influence, you get the target regains I'm looking at this. Okay, this is how I'm going to handle it. I'm going to roll a 1d4. Let's go. You have no points of exhaustion on you.
Hell yeah.
Hey, yeah.
So with this, I could roll 2 rolls of my bardic inspiration to give you life back, and it would remove blindness, deafness, paralyzed, petrified, poison, exhaustion. Now I have no control over where this sucker lands. It is a total, it's that's my bonus action. Bardic inspiration burned.
That's cool.
Let's go. And then I'm going to lean up over this rail, and I'm just going to lean my cane down.
Let's get you all fixed up over there, Brother Bear.
And I will drop Cure Wounds. 3rd level. Also, in new campaigns, we roll for crit heals. There is no downside, but if I get a 20, it crits. No, but you are getting 22 points of healing back, my dude.
Nice.
Drone's gonna stay tucked up on that railing. Now I'm gonna re-roll at the top of the round. I'm gonna burn that relentless card now that my 1 punishment is over. Re-roll. Thank you for the card. Good, now I'm on top of the other belays, in the middle, about where I like it. Let's go. Back to the top of the order, Finbear.
Finbear's gonna do that multi-attack again. Gonna start out with the claws.
Claw.
Actually, it should be advantage, but it's a 17. But I'll see if I get a...
Who are you attacking again?
Oh, I'm attacking Mama, who's
Mama,
still
yes, Mama there.
down.
Yep, that's prone. Cash
So
it in.
17. It's
17.
9 points of damage.
17 just hits.
9 points of damage. And then I'm going in for the bite.
Let's do it.
22.
22 hits.
6 more points of damage.
6 more. That Mama Belay is officially bloodied, my dude.
As he goes in and bites her on the neck, comes up and his mouth is just bleeding. Looks at the babies, and you can just see the fortitude just get stronger in them. And combat wild shape, bonus action, 2d8s to get my health back.
Oh, let's go.
Four points of healing. Better than 0.
34, 42. All right. God, this is ridiculous. It's just warmed up on top. I love it. Growing.
Growan, looking down at what he's seen below him. He's gonna try to use a little flash of his past. Something kind of kicks in him. He's gonna try to not vault. He's gonna try to just use his pure strength to just leap over with his greatsword and try to pierce the back of the mama that's underneath him, underneath the bear. He has this like epiphany of like he's done something like this before. He's been able to jump off something of distance and just go for it. So I'm going to try to use my knowledge from a past special to add a d6 to my ability check.
Let's go. All right,
I'm
athletics,
using
acrobatics, your choice.
And she's prone.
So that's I think this, and because it's an attack roll, I get advantage on it.
Okay, so first is the check because you're jumping off this railing.
Right.
Let's do that first.
So with the situational, I think. Oh, nope, I totally did that wrong because I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Normal. There it goes.
Oh yeah, baby. With ease, you're going to be able to jump down there and do this. They are prone. You're coming in with velocity. I'm going to allow you to add plus 2d6 on this hit if you hit. You have advantage because they are prone.
And right.
19. That'll get the
19.
job done. That'll hit.
Oof. Low rolls. 8.
Do you have something that allows you to re-roll ones and twos?
I do not have the reroll.
Okay, roll
But-
those. Roll the 2d6. Total of 12 points of slashing damage.
See if I can put it there. I forgot, because I am silly. My 1d6 for Hunter's Mark,
Yeah, add it on, baby.
which was. Oop. Cast. I'm
You can just roll the
not
d6.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get that.
Don't worry, we'll get there on that. Additional 1, we'll
What?
take every point that we can get, baby. Keeping this thing from pouncing is literally saving us from being one shot. So,
And what I would like to do then is use my action surge to do this again.
okay,
To
you're,
attack again.
yeah, you're down there. Go ahead, attack this bad boy. Oh, hold on. Did you swing? You swing twice, didn't you?
No, I only take once. I get 2 swings. Don't
Yeah,
I?
you have 2 swings. We're at 6th level.
I'm 6th level. Oh my gosh, because we're above 5. Okay.
It's all right. It's new characters, baby.
All right. And normal. Ooh, yeah. And then.
You have advantage still if you want to try for the 20.
Oh, I do. Just roll it that way. No, didn't get it. There's 11 more with another Hunter's Mark.
You only
Right?
get Hunter's Mark
No.
once.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Okay, another 11 points on to Mama Belay. She's looking rough, man. She's looking rough.
All right. Now we'll action surge.
All right,
And
2
we'll,
more.
We'll go for it twice. And then 1 Hunter's Mark for the 2 attacks.
Yep.
Got it.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Is there still advantage on the attack?
Yeah, she's
or
still
not?
prone.
Because it's prone. That's how I'm getting that. Got it.
Yeah, still held
Okay.
down there. Let's go. That'll hit.
Nice.
Oh, hot dice, baby. Hot dice. 16 points of damage. Oh, it is on death's door. It's just thrashing, just blood everywhere.
And then we'll go for what +1 on the Hunter's Mark on that one.
Another 1. Come on, baby.
We'll go for one last attack.
Get this hit. Get this hit, man.
15.
15 does not hit. Do you have an inspiration?
I do have an inspiration. I am burning the hell out of it. Back on my screen. It is a 1d6.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That'll hit. Drop that damage.
Normal. 12 more points.
DTD. You're going to be able to finish that thing off underneath Finbear.
Just basically just grabbing my sword. I brought it down. I've swung it. I'm just going in 2 attacks, just back to back to back. And all I'm thinking is like, I've definitely done this before. Something in my past has definitely done this before, and I'm just not even thinking about what's happening in front of me as just blood is splattering all over the front of me and the bear.
Let's go. Let's go.
Finbear just kind of nudges her with his nose.
Get the one on the left. I'll wink at you while I turn and face up the other one.
Oh, hells yes. Into Growlin's turn, baby belay right here. It is jumping at you, Growin. Saving throw.
It's normal. Oof.
Oh, you will just fail. You're going to take full damage as it pounces.
Oof.
As it latches onto you. You are now prone on the ground. 18 points of damage your way. Ooh, you're almost bloodied. It's going to go in for its bite now with advantage. Ooh, that sumbitch is going to hit as well.
Freaking thing off.
Holy shit. Rolls an 18 plus 3, 21 points of piercing damage. You are bloodied and in rough shape. Currently prone, Growling. Oh.
Ben, do better.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Jerome is going to, old Big Lou's going to ease down them steps just a little bit. This is not good. I'm going to go ahead and do what I need to do. I'm going to lean over and I'm going to give you Cure Wounds at the 3rd level. Reaching out with my cane, tapping on your shoulder. Oh no, you're down. Shit. Oh, thank God I got my trunk. I can lean down and... No, you're prone on the ground. Damn.
This old boy. This some bitch is just down on his luck.
I just look up into Lou's eyes and just look at him going, ah.
Well, that's the thing about being down on your luck. The old lady of grace. She's always there for you.
Bada bing. 2 D12s of healing, I believe, on this. I'm gonna reread it just to make sure that it's okay. It's my inspiration is 1d8. It is celestial again. 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die plus your bard level, and I end 1 condition that you were being afflicted with. Okay, well, let's go. No condition on this one, so I'm just gonna add a 1d4 into that. So my bard level is a 6, so it's a plus 10 plus this. Let's go. 24 points back to you on the bonus action. Oh.
Big Lou go hard.
30. So you're back to 41 of 52.
Lou, I owe you.
You don't owe me shit, brother. You don't owe me shit yet. Buckle up. We're still in this.
Big Lou, since I just used my bardic inspiration, I'm open up for a spell.
I'll just take a little time. Maybe talk a little bit of sense into their heads.
As Big Lou is going to cast Dissonant Whispers at the 3rd level. They have to make 15 wisdom saving throws or take 5d6 each. Come on, Lou. All right, first saving throw, baby belay. Son of a... Oh, who goes from the 1 to a 19? Come on. Oh, all right. The one that's on top of Growan. What are these belays? Last one. Oh, thank God. It takes full damage. Target takes half. Okay, so these two are going to take halves. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Damage coming in. Normal damage. 18 psychic. All right. Half on the first. Half on that one. And then full on this guy. Into Jerome's turn. Doug, deliver us from evil. This one's almost bloodied. It's looking pretty gnarly. And then there's the one that's on you.
Yeah, we're gonna start out with he puts his hand out, and a mystical short sword appears out of nowhere. It's a bonus action spiritual weapon.
I get to use it. You like you want yours to be a sword?
Short sword or sword, any kind of sword, it's fine.
Okay, dude, you're gonna. These are so cool. It's the coolest spiritual weapon we'll ever look. What color would you like yours? Blue, green, yellow, pinkish purple, or orange?
Well, we'll go with Yoda's lightsaber since it was green. keep it in the short family. Oh my God, it kind of looks like a lightsaber even.
That is amazing.
By the way, I have lightsaber effects of this. Now, when it gets tied up, I have animations of all sorts of different weapons. When you key it in, it'll automatically do it against other targets. Like when we get into it and further integrated with animations. Spiritual weapon in the house. I'm gonna give you control of that bad guy real quick.
That is so cool.
That's amazing. I want a spiritual weapon.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of intimidated with Founder. There's so much to do with it, but I love it at the same time.
Oh.
That was weird. All right, see if you can move the spiritual weapon now. Oh, so cool. cool.
Okay, so it's going to attack. I thought I had a roll for it someplace on here.
It'll be in your bonus actions.
There it is. Oh, 17.
17 just hits, baby.
Let's go do 6. Now for the second part, which is the whole reason I did this.
8 points of damage.
Does this count as a... Well, you're in the same space too, so I got to come within 5 feet, so I can sneak attack this, right?
Yeah, it's total. You got total sneak attack right now.
All right. So I'm going to do a sneak attack with my short sword. Oh, it's only +3, right? That's not right. The short sword's not a finesse weapon? It is finesse.
Yeah.
So why is it not showing finesse? Oh, never mind. Wait. Why is that only a +3? The other ones are +6.
I'm looking at your sheet right now.
Let's check get my bonus plus. Yeah, it should be +6.
You don't even have a sword equipped. That's why.
How's it in my list? It's on my list for.
You don't have any of your shit equipped. You don't have your arm. Like you got scale mail, but you have no weapon.
Oh, is that on which character sheet are you on?
I'm
Not
on
the D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I'm on D&D Beyond.
Oh, it's weird. You might refresh.
Give me a second. It might have been. I might have had that open up from all the way like yesterday. Yep. Okay, you got all your stuff in there.
Well, I don't see a short sword.
Martial
It shows up on
finesse
my-
light. You have. Oh, you only have proficiency in simple weapons. That's funny.
Oh, it's a martial weapon.
It's not. It's still light. I'm gonna give you. We can fix this real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll be able to fix it.
I always thought short sword was one of the ones anybody could have.
Yeah, like I'm not a stickler on that. Like that's not.
Oh, is it gonna matter though? It won't matter anyway. It's only gonna be a 16. You said 17 is the cutoff, right?
All right, so you're at a plus. Cool. I got you at a +6 now. So you're at a 16. I will use. Let's see here. I'll use my reaction.
You got this, baby.
1d6. So you'll automatically be able to hit, burning my reaction that round using another one of my bardic inspirations.
At 5. So that's gonna be. Oh, come on.
Oh, I got 1d8 inspirations anyway. Let's go. Let's go.
Now, where is bonus? Where does sneak attack show up on this thing? There it is. Oh my god! We can back it. Then you hit him for 7 points of damage.
What was your
And
total
my
on that?
dice are back. I believe 7. 5. What's my? Wait, where's my original damage at?
2 on the sneak attack, and then you
What
did.
didn't up? It was like 4, so I think it's 6 total. Oh wait, hang on, no, 5. 5 plus 2.
So
You
7
didn't
7
roll.
points on that swipe. Got it. All right. Boom. That thing is bloodied now. Anything else for your turn, Doug?
That's all I can do. Oh, it did show up here. It just says spiritual weapon for some reason. Odd. Oh, that's it.
All right, baby Belay's turn. It's over on you. It's gonna try and jump. strength save or dexterity save. Your choice, Doug.
Oh, obviously it's me, Dex. Since my strength is a newborn baby.
That was my bad.
I was gonna say, I was like, polar bear. Oh no.
Oh my
God. You're gonna take full damage from this leap. Hey, we had to make it interesting, right? Had to make it interesting.
He wants its halfling snack.
All right. Damage coming in. 18 points of damage. Now Doug is currently prone. 25 of 33. Oh God, oh, poor little guy. Coming in with this bite now with advantage. $18 will hit. Oh, another 20 points.
It's just a flesh wound.
Doug sitting at 5 HP currently, bleeding out on the ground. Next belay. Over here. It's gonna jump on Finbear's back.
$16.
16. You'll just be able to make that. It'll be half damage. You are not knocked prone. 21 points. Gonna be halved, just down to 11. It's gonna bite at you. Just 12 hit.
12 does hit.
Another 7 points of damage. Blood flying everywhere as Finbear is starting to bleed again. End of that belay's turn. Mama Belay is dead. Back to the top of the order with Finbear.
You know we're doing that multi-attack. Starting out with the claw. 21 to hit the baby belay next to him.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. By the one next to him, you mean this one right here?
Top left, yes.
Mhm.
Woo! Max damage.
Oh, let's go. Let's
17
go.
points. Then he's going in for the bite.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit.
Yeah. Another 12 points of damage.
Let's go, baby. D, T, D.
He gets jumped on and bit, and he gets pissed off. Swipes at him, just cuts a big old hole in the side of the baby belay. And then after he sees the hole, he licks his lip, bites into where the claw went, and just bites off the rest of his face.
Oh.
As a bonus action, he's gonna expend another second level spell slot for combat wild shape, 2d8.
Yes. Feed the beast.
15 points of health back.
15 points of health back. Back up to 32 now. Of 42.
With his movement, he's gonna move over here on the step. And that'll be the end of Finbear's turn.
Rowan currently prone on the ground, but getting healed up by Jerome again.
I would like to. So I'm on the prone and it's on me, like up in my business.
It's all up in your chili.
I would like, since it's. Would you consider that it being kind of grappled to me then, holding me?
Yeah, you need to make a to push this thing off. You need to use strength or dex.
Okay.
DC 14 on this bad boy.
And by strength, you mean athletics or just strength?
You can use athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Let's try it. Let's try it. We're just gonna give him a shove. Oh. I can't shove him.
What is it? It's just pushing down on you.
I am going to. I believe I can use catapult again because I believe that's a spoken. I don't need to have my hands free.
And you still have a hand free. You're not restrained. You're just held down.
I'm going to use catapult to grab one of the other barrels in here and just pull it straight at me, right with the guy. Just.
Let's do it. You're about to Steve Austin for Fenwick Bear. You'll be lapping up some ale, my dude.
All right. Save and throw a 15 dex.
Come on, baby. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Oh my god. Half damage.
Which normal. So 8. Smash him with 8.
It's still looking rough.
And then. Oh, since I didn't.
It'd be 9, not 8.
Oh. That's true.
Just don't worry, I got it accounted for. I knew what it needed to be.
I forgot about that. Dang. I don't really think at this level I got anything.
You can move your hunter's mark to it and do another 6.
Oh, I thought because I didn't move it at the end of the last turn, I lost it because I forgot about it. But I will take it if you allow me to have it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, I will do that. On par. Yes.
Oh my god.
1. I just start screaming at it. Get off me, you stupid pill bug, oversized, radish looking, armored freaking slime bucket.
It is not intimidated. Oh man, it's turn. Here comes that bite with advantage. Whew. $22 points of piercing damage. Back down to 19 points. 19 of 52, growling. Since it has you prone, it can bite again. Oh no. Crit. Oh no.
Oh man. Wait a second. These are cows. Cap, these are cows. I'm seeing cows.
Dude. Okay. It does not have my my homebrew in there in max. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to re-roll the whole son of a bitch for damage. It'll be 2d12 plus 27 slash 2d12 plus 27. That was weird. Oh, I didn't hit roll. 2d12 plus 27. 35 points of damage. You will go unconscious, Growin, as that will take you to 0. As that thing is ripping and tearing.
Fucking bugs. And pass out.
All right. With these stairs completely locked up, Jerome's gonna have to make a move. He's gonna have to make a move quick. Looking at you getting feasted on over there. Athletics check from Jerome. I'll go with acrobatics over this rail. DC, since I'm a big boy, DC 15 on this bad boy.
Please don't land on me, please.
No, it's not that bad, but my foot gets caught up in the rail. Oh, shit. And I'm gonna bust my ass. I'm gonna take 2d6 damage. I'm gonna get to in a second.
Oh, son of a bitch. Ugh. That's one way to get here. So much about talking about that Lady of Grace. Ugh. God damn.
And like a WWE style, I'm just gonna lay over and slap you with my hand. I'm gonna cast my last 3rd level spell, Cure Wounds. Let's see if I can crit. Can't crit. 16 points your way. So oxygen goes back into your lungs. I'm gonna lean myself back up on my cane, get back up to my feet. How do I clear these? There we go. Number 9. Oh shit.
I'm about damn tired of busting my ass and seeing my friends get tore up by these sorry sons of bitches.
As those spiritual forces are going to coalesce up and around Big Lou's cane, using my last bardic inspiration, spirits of the giants begin to swell around this cane. Everything within 30 feet of me has to make a strength saving throw or take force damage. And not you guys, just the combatants. DC 15. Dude, this table is awesome.
I like it.
Saving throw. That was not supposed to be with advantage. Either way, it fails. Next one that's on top of you. $15. That one just succeeds. It'll take half damage. Equal to 2 rolls of my bardic inspiration. A creature that succeeds isn't knocked prone. Damn, that's the one that we need, the one that's on top of you. This guy is prone over here, though, that's next to you, Doug.
So he's prone on top of me, who's prone. So we're just having a little love fest going on there.
Prone fest. Oh, good roll. 13 points of damage. The belay that's on top of Doug is on death's door. Belay on top of you is on death's door. Oh, let's go. That'll be the end of Jerome's turn. I'll stay where I'm at. Doug, you're on the ground.
Well, I'm on my sword attack at first.
Since you're both prone, it's not disadvantage. You're both just swiping on the ground over here. Actually, you can just get up. I forgot. If you get up, then you have advantage and sneak attack.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm gonna still have my sword attack first, just to see, since he's the easy one.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? What do they count as? 18. So 18 damage. 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Let's go. DTD on that first one, baby. Just enough to wipe it out.
So my sword sees its master laying on the ground underneath this thing, and it just goes crazy. It just swings way back in the air and comes through and just goes right through its mouth and comes back up through its head. And the bullet just falls down the top of me, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And I just kind of wiggle my way back out because, you know, it's always nice to kill something when you're stuck underneath it.
Let's go.
Oh, I actually still gonna move.
Yeah, baby, you still got your action.
Doug, come punch this one.
I'm gonna nut punch that one. I'm gonna go ahead and sneak attack on this one. I'll use a short sword though, not a nut punch. Probably a little bit more effective against a bullet. What the hell was that? Oh, damage.
Come on, baby. No!
Oh my god!
Oh!
Teasing me again. So then I slip in the blood of the bullet that was there, and basically I fall prone again and land on top of the bullet that's on top of him.
This is not wrestling. Get off.
Into Doug's turn.
Well, actually, I'm gonna bonus action real quick and healing word myself.
Used your bonus action when you use the spiritual weapon.
Is it the attack counts as a bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was only when you cast it.
Nope. Spiritual weapon is your bonus action.
Oh, okay.
You see Finbear just shake his head. And multi-attack on the boule.
Let her eat, big dog. Let her eat.
And it's not prone, is it?
Well,
I doubted.
on me.
So the claw's gonna miss, so he's just gonna go in for the bite.
Come on, baby. Having trouble with the last baby belay.
18.
18 will hit.
12 points of damage.
12 points, baby. DTD. Rip into this thing.
After he misses the swipe because he's trying to not hit Doug, being all in the way, falling down on him. Pissed off Finbear just leans over and bites the back of its neck and just snaps its head off.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. As you look back now at a cellar torn asunder, belay pieces scattered across the ground, we'll pick back up back in the basement of the Sweet and Sour next Friday and meet some new folks. GG's. Way to lock down the mama belay.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
Woo! The body half that's over here from the guy that came down that was a jerk to me earlier. Did you have a purse or anything in that body half? Just out of curiosity, so I don't forget next week.
Oh, don't worry. I'll let you RP it all out.
All right, I gotta write a note then so I don't forget to check for a purse. Well, I won't remember.
I did not plan on the first action that Fenwick makes is to be a damn tank.
we needed that.
Grappling tank.
That's the thing. The bear's not even the grappling wild shape. There actually is one.
Well, you know what you'd never expect to have jumping bears. You know that.
When bears fly.
Nothing like 1,000 pounds of pure unbridled aggression coming down at you.
Oh.
Now, chat, those of you that doubted me, I am still awake. It's 12:17.
It is 3:17.
East Coast doesn't count.
Old Jerome's gonna pull out his dobro and lean up against those back crates and play a little song as that camera fades out. And that is where we will end this bad boy. I'm excited. I'm excited for bring in the Black Ops and Feisty now. Good shit.
That was so fun.
Glad you guys got your dose of D&D in, man.
Man.
Little trimmers action.
In the middle of it, I'm like, I am so out of practice.
Well, not to mention you're playing in a completely new tabletop, so you're like all of a sudden you're like,
right.
Man, it feels like you're speaking a different language. You're just a little bit slower on everything.
Absolutely.
Those baby belays, man, they rolled hot on a lot of shit.
I'm all lost in like, is this the effects thing where I add that in? Do I add this into this box? It seems like there's like 12 different ways you can do the same thing in this. It's very flexible from what I'm seeing.
There's a lot of different ways. That messed me up at first for a little bit.
Well, apparently, subterfuge is my bread and butter. Combat, not so much.
Dude, there was nothing you couldn't steal. Hell yeah. You folks out there have a lovely rest of your Friday night. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the end of Rime of the Frost Maiden, 9 p.m. CDT. Much love, y'all.
It doesn't work when they can't see my hands.